believe we have the amazing Persia on the stage for our top 8 ceremony. Take it away.
E aí, galera, beleza? Ué. Finalizando o Tekken 8. Pera aí. Oi, oi. Alô, alô, oi. Au, 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 au. Ei. Tá funcionando? Não, não tá funcionando direito. Alô, oi, Bom, galera, acabou de terminar. Pera aí, que tem alguma coisa errada aqui. Deixa eu arrumar aqui, gente.
And also tied for 5th place is gonna be Nobi. Coming in 4th place, we've got Mogul. And in 3rd place, we've got Chikurin. And in 2nd place, give it up for Atif! And your Evolution Championship Series 2025 champion for Tekken 8 is Arslan Ash! And of course, our top 3 competitors get the beautiful Nacon Deja fight sticks as trophies. Ooh.
Agora sim, funcionando. Beleza. Bom, estamos vendo aí a final do Tekken 8. Olha os controles da hora aí, mano.
My goodness, here, let's go right center stage. You deserve the perfect spotlight. 6-time EVO champion. And when it comes to Tekken 8 specifically, a little bit of deja vu from last year, right? In the same grand final.
Caramba, o cara ganhou 6 vezes.
How much more difficult do you feel this year was compared to last year, or vice versa?
First of all, I want to say thanks to Allah. It was only because possible
Arslan.
And such a great journey that I had so far. Atif has always been a great rival. I really wished, throughout the tournament, maybe he lose, that I have more chances of winning. So, but no, you cannot, he is talented. He has to, you cannot hide talent. And this year it was more harder than the last year, I think.
Have you noticed any changes not only in your gameplay but maybe also Atif's that helped you today?
So I copied Anna.
Salve, Mafra, e aí?
Yeah, because he was doing amazing with
Valeu aí pelo follow.
So he knew because I copied.
Aí, Mafra, final de Tekken 8, campeão, o cara ganhou 6 vezes.
I was like, Nina got nerve recently. That was my last option, I was like.
Daqui a pouco começa o top 8 do Street, tá? Já daqui a pouquinho. Se quiser colar lá no Discord, eu tô lá também, beleza?
It's unbelievable, like they are champions like 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, but I think I am one of the guy.
Bora assistir essa final do Street 8.
Amount of time, I think, like in 6 years, I won 6 times. I don't know. Yeah, but I am feeling so blessed. Thanks to Allah, thanks to my family, my wife, my mother.
Olha o doido aí, salve doido. Como que você tá, mano?
I wanna say thanks to all of my friends and whoever's supporting me.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Pois é,
again.
cara, vai começar agora,
Thank you,
pensa.
AT&T, for helping bring
Eu não sei se eu vou
winners
aguentar,
into
não.
you. To you
Vou
guys.
tentar. Qualquer coisa eu vou
Alright,
deixar
moving.
transmitindo aqui.
The most important part is the contest.
Vai ficar
Let's get our
registrado, né?
trophy!
Hoje eu tô armado aqui, cara. Comprei uns salgadinhos, uns negócios pra ficar acordado. O doido, o cara ganhou 6 vezes, cara. 6 vezes seguida.
Congratulations,
Será que é seguido? Eu não entendi isso daí, se foi seguido.
Six-time EVO champion, EVO 2025 Tekken 8 champion.
É, mano, eu também não sei se eu aguento, não. Ó, o Evandro aí, salve, meu querido. Beleza? Gente, a minha transmissão aqui não é das melhores, né? Então, não se sintam obrigados a acompanhar aqui não, viu? Agradeço o carinho.
Well, there you have it, Arslan Ash, 6 times.
Acho que vai começar agora o Street 6. Doido, eu liguei o segundo monitor agora. Tava faltando o display cabo DisplayPort.
Atif as well, runner-up right after him. You can tell how much that training has paid off.
I mean, look, you even heard him himself. He said, hey, he's been a great rival. The only reason I picked up Anna was to copy his Anna because he so well.
Que eu ia falar?
He even told you the layout, what happened in that first set. Look, I wanted to play the character. I thought I could do it. Not going to work out, but he said his last option was Nina. Going to that one was the smartest one anyway. He even has the Lars that he
Valeu, doido.
But I like that he's pointing out that, hey, look, Nina was my last effort, and he had to swing that back in his favor. It wasn't clean.
He had to work.
He had to
Yeah,
work
for
for it.
sure. He definitely
Eu
could've
gosto
done it.
muito
Nina got the job
dos
done.
eventos japoneses, cara.
Evil champion.
O japonês é muito bom.
He can make it a 7 by the end of the year.
He actually could. That's what's crazy. Now that we have more EVOs, he definitely has the opportunity to be a 7-time EVO champion. But look, I just want to say, Mike, it has been amazing to do this with you. Yo,
Comprei-
EVO, do me a favor. This is my boy Mike's
Comprei
first top 8 at EVO, and I've done many tournaments with him.
4,
Please,
8,
make some
16
noise.
saquinhos de
This is my brother right here. This is love.
salgadinho.
This is love right here. This is my bro right here.
Pensa.
Best in the
Guys, thank
business.
you, everybody. Thank
Quero
you,
ver eu
thank you,
dormir
everybody.
hoje.
And I just want to say, it is a huge pleasure. It's an honor for the people that
Mas assim, é fogo, né?
be in front of you guys talking about what I love. It's fighting games, it's Tekken, it's all of the above. Thank you guys for listening to me, hearing me, and accepting me. And
Oh,
let's do it for
verdade,
you.
mano.
Look, it's always love. Shout outs to everybody that plays fighting games, that comes to EVO, that shows up, whether you do it on the chat or whether you do it offline. It's always love. With that being said,
Legendas,
my name is
opções,
Stacey
cadê?
Steve. This is MYK, and we'll see you guys next time.
What?
For playing.
Thank you so much, guys.
Como assim?
That was our Tekken Top 8. And we are going to head to a quick break. But you know that means that Street Fighter 6 is coming up next. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Olha lá. Essa configuração é válida apenas para o vídeo atual. Tá, beleza. Mas não tem opção, cara. Como assim? Não tem opção para traduzir a legenda? Ô louco, sacanagem. Sacanagem isso aí, velho. Será que é propaganda? Não, é alguma coisa deles mesmo. Por propaganda não posso rodar, senão dá BO. Mede a pressão depois do quarto pacote. Opa! França? A Evo França, é isso mesmo? Vai ter Evo na França? Olha o Jay, salve sensei! Os. Aí, Jay, tá chegando o dia que a gente vai pra EVO, cara. Vai começar a ter EVO na França, logo é no Brasil. Aí, ó. Outubro, cara. Ô, louco. Logo aí. Tá logo aí, cara. Que massa. Ó, se tiver EVO no Brasil, galera, a gente tem que fretar um busão e vai todo mundo competir, hein? Burrito chiplote. Eu tenho vontade de comer isso aí, cara. Será que é bom? Alguém já comeu isso? Da chiplote, eu digo. O chiplote é só a pimenta. Sensei, hoje eu joguei com o Max, cara. Você não sabe o que ele falou pra mim. Fiquei até emocionado. Eu tava socando o rio dele, amassando com força mesmo, sabe? Toda força, bem gostoso. Era o pé na cara, era chute fraco, era soco na boca. Magia OD. Ele pulava, era Rory. Aí ele chegou e soltou bem assim, cara. Meu Deus. É o Jay? Eu fiquei tão orgulhoso, mano. Ele me comparou ao meu sensei, cara. Pensa bem. Que orgulho. Olha o Epic aí, salve Epic, beleza, mano? Oh, esse Dragon Ball, esse Double Dragon aí, só pela nostalgia. Eu não gostei muito do gráfico, não. O Ninja Gaiden tá muito melhor, galera. Vocês jogaram Ninja Gaiden? Nossa, eu joguei Ninja Gaiden. Que massa que tá. Gente, eu vou falar um pouco baixo, tá? Porque o povo tá tudo dormindo. Sensacional, sensei. Sensacional. Ah lá, o... Ah, esqueci o nome do careca aí, ó. O... Ah, não sei o que ali. Aí ele aí. O Escolar que é fã dele. Tá, mano. Tá. Então, doido. Eu vou esticar ela, mas eu não sei se vai ficar muito bom, mano.
Alright. Before that, I would like everybody in this entire stadium to do me a favor. Please make some noise for a lot of the reason we are all sitting in this room today. Stand up, cheer, yell. We got Rick the Hotto coming out here to give you some information, baby. This is his home. Make him feel good. Hello, everyone.
Quem será o campeão, galera? Quem vai ganhar, hein? Não, eu quero saber de vocês. Quem vai ganhar essa bagaça? Eu tô torcendo pro Lechar. Acho que a Coreia merece. Ah, mas o Lechar ganhou não sei o que. Cara, mas mesmo assim. Salve, Leandrão. Boa noite, mano. Obrigado aí, galera.
thing that has happened for fighting games in the region. It has multiple record-setting brackets for the region. And every one of you could still come if you
Cara,
want.
que massa, né? 3 EVO por ano.
And register.
Isso é bom demais, cara.
Flight prices weren't even that bad this morning. I checked. That's going to be October 10th to 12th in Nice. One other important thing about that show over at EVO France.
O doido não quer o
has been so strong
Caqueru, não.
that I'm happy to confirm
Caqueru?
that show will return in 2026 before this one even kicks off.
É, Mafra, é isso aí, cara. Eu também. Eu quero lechar, cara. Ó que massa. EVO Japão, em maio.
Largest fighting game event in the history of Japan for brackets like Street Fighter 6 and is returning again to Tokyo Big Sight next year from May 1st to 3rd.
Da hora.
It's always great visiting the birthplace of fighting games, so I hope all of you can join me. Many of you are already
Aquele vídeo da C-Viper vazou. Acho que eles iam apresentar agora, né? Na EVO. E aí acho que vazou e já era. Acabou a surpresa. Ó, o Evandro vai torcer pro gordo. E o Xiao Hai. Ah, Xiao Hai. É, o Xiao Hai é uma boa também. Ó, junho do ano que vem, então, vai ter a EVO nos Estados Unidos, né? Las Vegas. Olha lá.
After that, we do have one more event that we talked about last year, and it's about time we get to moving it forward. So when we get done with that cycle of events next year,
não vazou, não? Pô, mas por que os caras soltaram? Ah, passou na EVO mesmo. Ah, tá. Pronto. Aí, beleza. O Leandrão torcendo pro Xiao Hai Caixinha. Caqueru. Cara, Caqueru, mano. Eu concordo com o doido, cara. JP não pode ter incentivo, não. Já pensou tudo de JP nessa ranked? É, o Just Wang.
I think we even have a hype video for that, if I'm not mistaken. This goes faster if we don't, though, so that's probably okay.
What does it feel like to have come to a moment like this?
Eu acho massa essas propagandas deles, ó. Ó que massa, cara.
Name a better community that can do that, bro.
It is a moment I hope that the FGC will remember forever. You will go down in history.
Tokido tá meio apagado, né? Ó que massa.
I'm still impressed by that jump. How many of you think you can jump that high? I am so impressed that any of you raised your hands. You know, I just realized something when we were talking
Ó o
about
pulo que o cara deu, mano.
June 26 to 28 date for Las Vegas next year. Bailey, are you in this crowd anywhere? How are we feeling about that date?
Ué?
I do love when everything works out for everyone.
Que da hora.
The world is always full of changes, my friend. We have another change, actually, that I'd love to tell you about the EVO Awards. Because although I love that show, I think it was missing something integral.
E os caras embaçam, né? Só porque é o evento principal, né? É brincadeira. Ah, o doido quer o Blanca. O doido quer o Blanca do Menard.
This year it's going to be.
O que é correto? É Menard ou Mena RD?
Coming up soon. about that nomination process, about those upcoming EVO events. In the meantime, though, I think we should watch some Street Fighter Top 6. And actually,
O som tá baixo? O do evento ou o meu? Vou aumentar o do evento.
Hey Joe, Rob TV, you want to get this moving for me?
Ah, beleza, beleza. Tô aumentando aqui do evento.
There we go. Take it
Vê se
away, my
melhorou.
friends.
Mena RD. Então é Mena RD, né? É verdade.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Are you ready for some Street Fighter 6 Top 8?
Da hora, da hora.
chill out. That's not enough. That's not enough.
Legal, é isso aí.
That man just
Tem que
asked
incendiar,
you,
tem que
Are you
incendiar.
ready for some Street Fighter 6?
Isso, da hora. Bom demais.
Joe, now I
Mina
think that
RD.
I actually believe them. So with that being the case, it is officially time to get into our talk.
É Joe Lee, né? Joe?
No. We got a video before Top 8, everybody. My bad, Rob. Can we run the video before Top 8, please?
Ah, vai mostrar a Viper. Cara, eu gostei pra caramba, viu? Ficou massa. Até demais. A ver os bonequinhos aqui tá demais, cara. E é o que o Jay falou, ela tá parecendo a... Ela tá lembrando a Poison. Mano, eu achei da hora isso. O Bison projetado ganha vida própria, cara. Tanto poder que o cara tem.
Let's boot it up. Begin test. Nice work.
Top. Incrível. Muito boa.
I hate doing overtime.
Sim, é da transmissão, ô Leandro. A legenda é da transmissão, mano.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for
Mas eu
some
acho que tá
Street
sendo gerado
Fighter?
automaticamente, tá? É, acho que é essa a pergunta que você fez, né?
some Crimson Viper?
Eu tentei traduzir ela, cara, mas não deu. Ó, não
Ladies and
dá
gentlemen,
opção.
of course we share in your excitement, but we also share in your excitement for what's about to happen right here on this stage.
Legal, né,
It is
meu? Ó, os
time,
caras, todo mundo
finally,
envolvido, ó, Red
to get
Bull.
into-
Wait, hold on.
What?
Hold on, I got a phone call. Hold on.
Phone?
Hello? Absolutely.
Joe, what the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm too
Ué.
excited I gotta say it. Capcom called Joe, and we got another trailer.
Do you want another trailer? We got one more trailer for you. Make some noise if you want it!
Outro trailer?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's loud,
quê?
very loud, but not quite enough. Are you ready for another trailer? Roll it.
Ué? Ah, opa. Minha nossa. Minha nossa. Aí, ó o Leandrão, ó. Leandrão já curtiu. Ó, esse aí é pro Vega. Esse é do Álvaro. Rapaz, tô até com medo de ver a Kemi. Leandro vai. O Evandro vai pirar agora. Rapaz, a Capcom tá maluca. Eita, pipoco. Minha nossa. Rapaz do céu. É louco, cara. O queixo caiu. Pera aí, deixa eu pegar.
And with that said, are we ready for some top 8?
Olha o Leandro, bem gostoso.
One more time, you gotta make it count. Are we ready for some Street Fighter 6 top 8?
Let's get into it.
Olha o Terry ali. Cara, olha, a Rabetão tá demais, velho. Já dá trabalho. Olha que da hora. Ah, tá, outra apresentação deles. Massa. América do Norte. Que massa, né, velho? Ó, o Gaelo. No Coldu. Olha. Que massa, mano. Caramba, lembraram do BR, ó. Tá achando ruim aí? Rapaz, eu vou falar pra você, viu? Tá difícil, hein? Vou ter que bloquear essa skin no Street. Será que dá? Ah, o Tokido não podia aparecer aí no Akuma, não. Musiquinha do Akuma, né? Misturado com a música do Akuma. Ah, agora já tá com a música de outro jogo, do... Seleção de estágio. Era a musiquinha de seleção de estágio Street Fighter 2. Massa, cara. Nossa, gente, na moral, velho. É de arrepiar, né? Fala sério.
This is the moment that we have all been waiting for, and there is no time like
Tá dando DR aí, doido.
Introducing our first player, the reigning Capcom Cup champion, Kogoro!
Olha ele aí. Olha o monstro aí.
And now, your Blink 2025 Respawn champion, Fudo!
Ah, o Fudo. Fudo seria uma boa também.
Your EVO Japan champion, Mino or
Ah, não. O gordo é de boa, o gordo é gente boa, tudo, mas eu não queria ele, não. O Finn não tá de parabéns. Eu chego até aí. Tá de parabéns, jogando muito.
The EWC champion, Xiao Ho!
Ah, esse aí também é outro monstro.
Both your CEO 25 champion and Combo Breaker champion.
Esse daí eu tô torcendo, mano. Esse eu quero que ele ganhe. Torcendo por você, Lechar.
At his first offline event, ladies and gentlemen, Mickey.
Ó o Mickey.
your EVO Street Fighter
Pô, vou
6
torcer pro
champion
Angry Bird, eu
from
tinha esquecido dele.
2023.
Eu vou torcer pra você, cara. Por causa do Akuma. Quero que as pessoas tenham motivos pra reclamar do Akuma. Não aguento mais ver a galera reclamando do Akuma, sendo que o Akuma nunca ganhou nada. Então, que você vença. E aí sim, a galera vai poder reclamar.
FGC!
FGC! FGC!
FGC! FGC!
FGC! FGC!
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is finally time. We're going to get into our top 8 and send things over to our commentators.
Let's get it.
Welcome everybody, of course, we are here for the final game of the weekend.
Não estraga não, Leandro, não estraga não, pô.
At Evolution, I'm joined by Vicious. His first time up here, this is the third year
mas
for
o
the
Akuma
game.
dele tá muito forte, o Mafra.
All of you up there, obviously,
Tá muito da hora o Akuma dele.
in a row here in this top 8 fighting for it, of course, and it's lovely to see all of you once again for some Street Fighter 6 here at EVO.
And you've heard the entire intro. If you guys have been following along with the Capcom Pro Tour, each and every one of these guys have championship caliber in them. So in terms of who's going to take it over, who is absolutely unpredictable. And honestly, I've been mad excited since I found out the top 8 was established. And I know guaranteed you guys will not be disappointed.
Yeah, and our winner side of the bracket is freakish. There are so many incredibly talented players there, obviously. And the loser side gets even scarier, of course.
Contra
we have
Fudo.
Kakeru versus Fudo, our first
Menard
match. Scary
versus
one between those two, obviously. Veteran players from Japan. One
Xiaohai Lechar
generation,
e
one much
Mickey
newer.
Angry
Kakeru
Bird.
in his mid-20s, of course. Mena RD,
Putz, deixar Xiaohai logo de cara pela
EVO
loser.
Japan champion, trying to put one on the board for EVO here against Phenom,
Exato.
who really shows up in events like this and has some
Complicado, hein? Complicado, galera.
Take us away here.
Absolutely. Lashar going up against Xiaohai. This was going to be kind of tricky in terms of, ironically, the fact that Xiaohai has to face off against possibly some Fatal Fury characters, but the fact is, these guys have been absolutely hot. Surprising that they're in the losers round, to be honest with you. Then down below, Mickey with his debut into EVO. In fact, into offline FGC. My man's made it all the way into top 8, facing off against one of the heaviest heroes we could ask for, an EVO champion, Angry Bird.
3 times in a row has been in this top 8 for Street Fighter 6. The
doido,
only
aqui a
one so
gente tem
far to carry
problema.
that tradition, which is obviously a
Eu
very
tenho
big deal. We'll
problema.
have to see how that shakes out in our winners and losers side of the bracket. It's going to be some explosive matches, particularly that Fudo versus
Vou
Kakeru
resolver,
match.
peraí.
That might determine who wins the tournament. To me, those are 2 players who are on fire. Obviously, Kakeru has looked really, really strong as well. Maybe not his strongest performance in Topanga League, where we saw Fudo just show up and win, blink, respawn, obviously back-to-back with those 2. Same thing with Lashar. He went to CEO, went to CB, and then he vanished for a little bit. And so I'm very curious to see how he looks.
É o meu outro monitor,
We talked about a
cara.
lot of the familiar players that we've seen on the screen, actually up on the stage,
tentar
and
fazer
also in the
negócio
top 8.
aqui.
But I actually want to know what you guys think at home. I want to know your picks because Sajam had kind of picked his a little bit. I also was kind of leaning towards Fudo, but honestly, I think Mena RD, when it comes to like the top end of like any competitive stage, he rises up to the occasion. Rob TV has said it himself. He's the definition of clutch, just alongside a Punk, just alongside an Angry Bird. Also another contender in here, so it's actually going to be rather tricky to pick this one.
Yeah, and you can vote in the chat, obviously, if you're in the audience right now, jump in the chat and get that vote. For me, the man that I've shared many a meal with, I'm going to have to say Fudo is
Right on.
for EVO champion.
I'm honestly with
Tô
the current
ajustando,
pathways,
aguenta
I have to
aí.
lean heavily towards Mena RD, genuinely.
That makes sense. I think Mena obviously is a big favorite on that other side there, and hard to prep for him. I think Phenom's going to be struggling to find Blanca practice right before that, obviously, for Cammy. And Mena, I was in the elevator at noon today, and he was scooping Akira out of the lobby. The best player from Japan, the best Cammy from Japan, and he was like, yo, up in my room right now, we're practicing. So get your votes in, obviously, there. And thanks, of course, to PlayStation, who is bringing you this top 8 prediction. You can have your voice heard. Our votes are down below. And, of course, it's going to be Mena RD, the people's favorite. Slight edge there over Fudo in that second place. So your pick, it looks like it's going to be the favorite.
I just hope my commentary curse powers doesn't come into effect because I just want a banger of a match all the way across the board. I'm sure you guys do as well at home, and I'm really, really excited to just see if these predictions actually play out.
We'll have to see. That's always the question.
Ainda
with this,
preciso
right?
fazer
The
outro
favorite
ajuste
is
aqui,
never
tá? Já
someone
deu uma
you can always
melhorada
count
pelo
on in
que eu
these kinds of
vi.
things. You know, even if they are expected to make it far, this is an open bracket. Anybody can enter. Someone like Mickey, who is born when Street Fighter 4 came out, can be in this top 8 for this bracket. Yeah, it's I think 2008 or 2009, if I remember correctly, which is a young man in this top 8 compared to some of the other competitors. So cool to see.
It's going to be so wild to see it. Yeah, I was actually talking to a lot of folks here in regards to like the competitors, the players, actually the ones that have been really kind of like tuning into the CPT. A lot of us have talked about like Mickey. Like, dude, this might just be the dark horse that surprises everybody. I had the luxury of being able to watch one of his stream matches earlier, playing that Cammy, but he also has a couple of secret characters just in case that we actually haven't publicly seen. But I just want to know how he fares up against somebody so well-versed against this type of stage at EVO.
Yeah, and the reason I'm familiar with Mickey is actually the World Warrior system.
That's right. So, he's gotten like really impressive results both first and second the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is really cool. And of course, thanks to PlayStation not only for the vote for making a brand new fight stick. A lot of you probably saw it. It had the Tokon footage, which everybody was very excited about. And of course, it's wired or wireless on PS5 and PC, thanks to their low latency from PlayStation Link. So you can check it out now at PlayStation.com/FlexStrike, and maybe one of the players in this top 8 next year will be using it.
Honestly, I've been wanting to get my hands on it since I actually saw it. I'm like, yo, okay, let me see the wrist support. Let me see what the buttons are feeling like. I think that's one of the biggest things that we get asked for when it comes to any type of peripherals, making sure like the voices are heard in the community. And I'll tell you what, man, when it comes to everything that's been coming out hardware-wise, everybody's been on point. So
Peraí, tô arrumando ainda, detalhezinho pequeno.
Is going to be really refreshing to see.
Yeah, and who makes arcade sticks in the year 2025, right? There's not very many.
It's been
everybody's
difficult,
making leverless, so it's cool to see that for sure. And back on to Mickey, we were talking about earlier. You can watch the World Warrior that he comes from, which is the World Warrior where the first Capcom Cup champion is from, on Fireman Ruby. That's the YouTube and Twitch. I watched it both years. I had a lot of fun watching their qualifiers this year and last year, and then obviously tuning in.
Agora foi.
And we had one in our commentary block earlier as well. Yugong as well as another player out
Yugong,
from there.
that's right.
Tons of good players in that region. I mean, you guys know people like Hot Dog and Oil King from that region as well.
Even Shanghai actually kind of extends too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So lots of really good players out there. Definitely check that out.
Tá bom, cara. Conta logo, mostra a luta aí, deixa a galera lutar.
That's how you qualify for Capcom Cup for the vast majority of people out there.
Yeah, so looking at the first matchup we have at hand, Kakaru versus Fudo. We got to
Vocês
talk about the
querem que
path
desliga a
victory here
legenda?
presented by White Claw. It's going to be so sick to see it, right?
Aí,
2-1 is going to be, oh, sorry, 2-1 against Itobashi Zangief. That was actually mad impressive. That's honestly really, really difficult to check. Again, White Claw 0 proof coming on with all of the stats that we needed. 2 all-over shine as well.
That was a wild one. His match versus Goichi, I mean, he clutched victory from the jaws of defeat. Goichi
I saw
had him.
that.
Like, it was, he baited a throw and walked back on wake up. Kakaru got the back throw, and that was all she wrote. He really clutched it out there, but it was almost a loser's bracket run from him because of that Goichi set. So very, very close.
Caramba, ele tirou o Itabashi.
After the tournament, of course. And we'll be taking a look at his competitor here, Fudo.
Oh my God, look at all those zeros.
Ó, o Fudo tirou o punch.
Jesus. That's actually the definition of the 0 proof, I'll tell you what. But against Punk 2-0 in the top 24 to make it.
That's the EVO champ right there. The only person he lost to is Yamaguchi, who he just had
O Yamaguchi também ele tirou.
Obviously, he's the Bengal League champ for a reason.
Caramba, ele ganhou de 2-0 do Punk.
Riddles on the way after in his round 3
Rapaz.
before that. Some pretty tough foes that he had to chew his way through to make it here, but it didn't seem like it was a big challenge for him.
Yeah, I'm really honestly kind of curious to see how that played out. We had that kind of extensive set over at Topanga Championship 6 between Fudo and Kakaru specifically. Fudo obviously
E o Fudo é
winning that
velhinho
event.
já,
I'm actually kind of
não é
curious to
mais
see how much
molequinho não.
prep time Kakaru has had for both Ed and DJ while Fudo is piloting. I'm sure there's a lot of information to be had while watching Blink Respawn because honestly, seeing that matchup between him and Momochi in the grand finals into a whole reset, having that much data, honestly is going to be very, very much so a big task. So that was the path to victory presented by White Claw, 0 proof, to give us all the details as to how they got to this very stage. Speaking of, Kakaru and Fudo, hot in the seats. Y'all ready for the first matchup?
É, galera, agora tirem as crianças da sala.
That's what I'm talking about. Us too, man. Believe me.
A battle of titans, Capcom Cup, and EVO champions at our first match on the stage. And this is always going to be one, interesting question about Fudo. He has world-class options in both Ed and DJ. Right? So that's the thing about him that you can always count on. You know that he can swap between those two. And I got some intel backstage thanks to Angry Bird. He told me that he saw him prepping both of them. So, both of those are options, and we see the Ed is locked in.
Vamos nessa, vamos nessa.
Evolution 2025, our first match of Street Fighter 6.
Let's get it. Let's see who's going to strike first, right? Fudo's going to create that space, immediately catching max distance off of that normal, knock him down, waiting a little bit, backing off. Doesn't want to be overzealous with his pressure.
Yeah, the thing to highlight from Fudo, the way he uses Flicker at max range and then does Drive Rush button, right? He uses Drive Rush on Ed.
Junto com vocês, tá, pessoal?
He uses both of those tools really, really well. EX portal comes out. Fudo gives up the space because of it.
And I like that too. He's still trying to maintain as much as he can in terms of positioning, but that spike coming in from the departure, and it's going to be rather difficult. Give me the swing, give me the portal, snapping his fingers, trying to check Fudo in case he wanted to check the drive rush.
Yeah, really good choices from both of them. Both of them can do that, right? Obviously, it could be drive rush into some kind of flicker for Fudo to make the same kind of idea. Corner pressure here, drive rush in, takes the throw. New corner pressure from Ed. He doesn't get an auto throw loop and stuff like he did before, so it's a little weaker, and that's a huge hit for Kakadu. Level 2 on deck, which is a huge win condition for both of these characters.
Yeah, he's trying to set up the pace, right? He had the departure in front of Fudo. He sent out a couple of goes. Now he's baiting. At this range, he could just go all the way through it. A slight drop. Now he's in burnout. Drive reversal. Here comes the level 2. Is he gonna knock him out?
Tacou com força total ali, chipou. Nossa, velho. Que massa. Ele fez especial nível 2 e pôs pra frente pra bola aí bem rápido, né?
Not afraid of it being expensive, honestly. He's going to build it right back given the amount of times he's done so in the past. Take a look right now. That big jump in, anticipating the flicker. Go on with the
legal é que cada entrada deles é um regaço, né?
To add on to more damage. The earlier the better. You got a lot of life behind you. You can build up some more meter going forward, and you get full control. Set it up.
Muito bom, cara.
That's a huge one here for Fudo. He gets the knockdown, he gets pressure afterwards. Back throw, he slightly mistimed. He was looking for delayed button. Kakadu with the immediate wake up, and he gets a combo off this. Crouching leg kick into the corner. Other side, this man's got a funky DP, and that's a bad one for him. He burns himself out.
No shot! He still went up with a wake up uppercut.
Calma, doido, calma, doido.
Fudo is not afraid to take that risk. We
see
that one interruption against that little medium kick from Kakadu.
Oh god, Kakadu is in a bad spot here. He might become a speed bag. Double drive rush, level 1 at the end. The level 2 for the fastball special again, and Fudo's on the board.
Match point.
No amount of Rocky movies can prepare you for what's hitting you, man. I'll tell you what.
Ah, japonesinho brabo, velho. Você é louco. A cara dele, ó. Parece um moleque.
Immediate jump out, didn't want to get any sort of chance against that throw. Drive rush on in, yes sir, the cops medium connects, spending more of that cancel, spending more of that meter, but that portal's gonna allow him to rest just a little bit, right? That's full screen pressure. Fudo has to make the right choices. Oh my god, that's at least one!
Big gamble on that, expensive, even though he makes it in. His drive gauge is a little low, hard to commit to much for Fudo until he waits it out for a bit.
There it is!
Nossa, muito bom.
Heavy-handed is the flicker.
Very nice.
Oh
Eita, pega!
Swept upon after
Tocou
the
de lado.
parry. Too bad.
That's the perfect parry Prince for a reason. Boy's ready, and the anti-air, he's more than prepared. The EX portal's out, Fudo with the check on the flicker, but the patience from
Jesus, he walked in front of him for so long, yet not a single button came out from Fudo. Perfect parry against the flicker, and the overhead.
Meu Deus do céu, mano, que massa, velho.
Dirty reset there. Kakadu understanding the situation, knowing he couldn't get a kill without it. I love that CP option.
Tipo assim, ele tava esperando a cordinha pra meter um Perfect Parry e partir pra cima com Drive Rush e finalizar o Fudo. Cara, que rápido, que raciocínio rápido, que reflexo. É incrível.
Too solid, does not fall for the throw bait. And Fudo's offense, a lot of his offenses go in, backdash, try to bait a throw. That's something he does a lot with both of his characters. So big jump in, and it's time to dream.
Let me get that bounce. We got the double.
Oh, he mistimed. The first EP was a little too late. Unfortunately, the drop there, but he still gets the corner off, but he's low on drive gauge, though, and so it's hard to convert much, and that's why he goes for the jump.
Oof! Immediate stop on the drive rush. He tried to check it, but it was too late.
He fireball plus frames after. He drops the kill, and this is a chance. He dashes in. Kakadu with the check. A game apiece and drops from both players so far.
Absolutely nerve-wracking to see some of these sequences that can lead into another round. Just getting dropped. Fudo, Kaku. Little shaky
DJ,
on both ends.
pegou o DJ.
1-1. You love to see it again. This is first to 3 after all.
The maracas are coming out. It sounds like to me we got DJ
Vai
on
vir
the
o DJ.
stage for Fudo now with the character swap. Little bit more
Como o
mobility, a
Fudo
little
é
bit more
frio, né?
trickery. Slightly
Vocês
less
viram?
stability in the mid-range.
Tipo, ah,
but
se
he gets
fosse outro,
more
talvez teria
explosive offensive
continuado.
options.
Yeah, explosivity is definitely the characteristic to describe DJ. What? The first cane swing, the first strike, goes to Kakadu. Set up the portal. Fudo trying to dash up, just keep himself away from the corner, parrying the attempt of the overhead. We got that low medium kick sweep. Jumping back, regaining that distance as Kakadu. He was ready for it 100%.
Low parries there too. He has to guess if it's going to be mid or low, and he's correct on it.
Way out, that's totally fine. The exchange and benefit for Kakadu. OD jackknife! Put the weapon away, sir. Bang.
A level 1, strip a little bit of drive gauge close to the kill. And now anything from Fudo. Yeah, he had
já
to
era.
make a guess there.
É, eu
Chooses
também
to
acho,
commit to the
doido.
parry, and
Também
Kakudu
acho que o
covers
Ed era
it.
melhor, viu?
Off to a fantastic start, but Fudo
Eu também acho
only
que
getting
teria sido
warmed
melhor
up. That was actually
ficar com o
wonders.
Ed.
He took the OD jackknife, shows a lesson to be learned, but he's done that plenty of times over at Zapanga. He's done it over in Blink. He's to actually win. That is a very impressive check to matters.
Man, it is incredible. His checks on these moments have been so perfect so far. Fudo cannot make an approach happen.
Nossa.
Every angle just perfectly stopped, and that's why Fudo has to get extra wild.
He's definitely got the rhythm. Give me the spring kicks and that beautiful smile.
Plus frames here, goes for the pressure. Safe and sound, but the check from Kakudu, and he has level 2 here as well. for the
Vazou o
extension.
óleo.
Over the portal in. He's gonna have the spins. That should be the kill. Kakudu dismantling
rapaz.
that DJ in that second game. Instant
Ele
rematch.
deu rematch.
Damn, the killer look on his
Ele,
face. I'll still
ele
never
deu
know this.
rematch.
Kakudu has been locked the heck in since he's found his current
Cara, a
performance.
partida foi bem pior que a primeira.
That perfect
Aliás,
parry,
que a
I mean, it's
segunda, né? Porque a
unreasonable.
primeira ele ganhou com o
What's
Ed.
going on here? This guy's just ready for every approach, every normal.
Nossa, nem eu tô acreditando,
Somebody check
velho.
his pulse.
How are you supposed to make it in?
Que isso, Fudo.
Yeah, I mean, Fudo is not playing the video game right now.
Wait a minute, yeah, that spike was still
Nossa.
going to be able to clip. Fudo was anticipating Kakudu trying to check that drive rush, but that is a very important tech, trying to push him back even further. Fudo, you cannot whip in front of this man.
Bro, he's trying to get wild. He needs to make anything happen. I mean, Kakudu is a wall. He's got to get tricky. And it
Ah,
misses.
não pode
That's
mais
too far?
trocar o
Too
boneco.
much pushback?
Eu não sabia.
Something fortunate finally happening.
Nossa,
he doesn't
então
get
ele
much
trocou
off
na
it.
hora
It's a
errada.
huge missed opportunity for Fudo, and he can't get anything started.
Nossa, ele trocou na hora muito errada.
Drive rush forward, the medium kick does land. He does get a sobot, a little bit of a fake out. A trade now, Kakudu
era.
immediately drive rushing. Give me your soul.
And I think that soul might be his. After this, Fudo is not able to play the game. He's trying to get extra wily because of it, and Kakudu stuffing every angle of an opportunity.
The sturdiest sandals known to man. Dashing up, checking with the jab as well, creating that space for Fudo. He wants to look for a whiff punish. He's setting it up with the fireballs as well. Kakudu, who's being so patient. All of his normals being placed the way that they've been placed, all been counter hit against Fudo. He's not going to go out there on a limb to get himself whiff punish, right?
I mean, Fudo's done a lot in the last 20 seconds and not really got a ton of damage, to be
É,
honest.
o Fudo tá no spacing ali, ideal pro DJ, né? Agora quem tá no space é o JP. É aí que o JP gosta.
DJ, what can you do?
É assim que ele gosta.
Sure, perhaps, but when the portal's about to
Se
explode,
pular
you
vai
kind of
tomar
have to kick back.
antiaéreo.
Oh dear God, what a standstill.
Didn't quite make it in time. 6-frame check with that crouching medium punch after in the whip punish. Looking good. Anti-air back heavy kick. Not quite the trade combo, but Fudo in a very excellent position here.
About a touch and a half. It could be all drive rush, could be all drive gates that does the talking, or it could be throw, and it does so.
Boa.
You saw counter hit.
Boa,
You
boa.
saw a slight response with the button press from Kakudu. It just happened to be not the tech.
No fear on the amnesia. He does not respect that option at all. Which is a big sign to send, and now Kakudu's got to be thinking it in the back of his mind next time he gets knocked down.
Yeah, we haven't seen it thus far, right? It's only a matter of time, especially in this part of the set. You're looking at match point for yourself, fully loaded on level 3. Damn! That was mad far.
And the level 1 here. Knockdown. Is that
Será?
coming out or not? He goes
Será?
for meaty fireball to defeat it. I love the pressure now. Fudo getting active, making things happen. Makes Kakudu look mortal.
Kakeru precisa ser nerfado. Olha o sensei aí.
Roundhouse that happens, but no, the drive rush nullified yet again.
Cara,
Yeah, you can threaten with drive rush into EX Sobot again or something like that too if he gets pushed away to try to, beat those checks.
Let's see if it happens. Just a little bit too close. Checking with
Será?
the bar. Sweet low medium kick. Just
ó, é o spacing, ó.
Well, perfect parry, but he didn't believe in the drive rush, and he tries it right there to beat the check. And
Eita,
the reversal.
pipou.
He's going to take the side swap here. Fudo's in trouble. Burnt out.
Ai,
Not a lot of
caramba.
options.
Ih, rapaz, já era.
He's going to have to guess with his level 2 situation
Nível
afterwards
3,
for sure.
com
Well, he just spends
certeza.
the level 3 to get the knockdown into the corner, and Fudo in a
Vai
bad
colocar
spot. Chip
no
is a big
corner,
problem now.
praticamente.
Trades
O
the
Fudo
spike
tem
are a
o
big
nível
problem.
3 também pra reagir, né?
Kakudu could just hang back if need be, right? He's not going to drive rush forward in this kind of situation.
Mas ele
He
vai-
doesn't
ele
need
vai
to. He's
chipar
letting all
agora,
the
já era.
projectiles do the talking, figuring out the goes. The double departure.
Nossa,
jump
já era,
back
Fudo,
medium.
tchau.
He absolutely tracked
Vai
Fudo
pra
on
loser, vai.
and rebutted correctly.
Péssima
Kakudu
decisão.
sending Fudo into losers right out the gate.
How are you going to beat that guy? After that performance, Kakudu
Vazou o óleo de novo.
unstoppable. Very similar to what we saw from him from Capcom up there. Fist bump in the air and
É, mas é difícil, cara, você manter o teu ritmo, né?
I don't know how you beat him.
Manter o
Every
teu
interaction,
ritmo ali
every
no
angle,
zoom
everything, he just sees it
é
all,
muito
calculates,
difícil,
and
cara.
finds a way to stop it.
It's one one of the things I was looking forward to, right? I wanted to see what the adaptations and changes were from their matchup in that first to 7 from Topanga. I wanted to see what happens if Fudo is forced to be on the aggressive side, if he's forced to be from that life deficit to expend a lot more meter, possibly get himself ready with the fireballs as well from Fudo.
A galera lá no fundo, vocês estão vendo?
But yeah, JP just doesn't give him that
As mãos erguidas.
opportunity whatsoever. Off of the knockdown, you get the portal, you get fake
Bom,
ghosts, you
o
get the
Fudo vai enfrentar o vencedor de Mickey e Angry Bird. Agora vamos ver. Vamos lá, vamos criar uma enquete? Vamos fazer enquetezinha. Cadê? Deixa eu ver aqui como que eu vou fazer essa enquete.
This was going to be a little bit wild, if I do say so myself. This next coming match, Mena RD going up against Phenom.
And I know a lot of people, big Mena fans in the crowd here. You saw, or you heard a big pop for him earlier. People love him all over the world. And I think he's a tough one to solve for. You know, his character choices are a little unconventional. And then also his style, too.
Mena RD.
Plays the way he does. And Blanca's a hard character to
Galera que tá acompanhando aí, obrigado mesmo a presença, viu, pessoal? Só de estar com vocês aqui assistindo esse evento, para mim já é maravilhoso. Normalmente a gente assiste junto, né? Eu, o Doido, o Mafra, a gente, toda a EVO a gente tá acompanhando. Hoje a gente tá acompanhando no meu canal, né? Olha que legal. Deixa eu ver aqui, então vai ser o Mena, né?
Tori Meshi set was very close. The Kevin set was really close. The Moke set 2-1 as well. And that's a lot of really strong players for him to beat back to back. You know, I think as absurd as this path is, the Phenom path is outrageous. Look at who Phenom beats. Dude, he's fighting Eli. Then he fights John Takuchi, Haitani, Ryusei, Lashar, Momochi. Back to back and gets here on winner's side of the bracket.
There's something about him, man. There are certain years where his performance just goes over the top. Right now, he's like the main representative for EU, in his World Warrior region. He's currently at like the top of the leaderboards. He had a first and second placement for those last couple of weeks. And honestly, he's as sharp as ever. This is the Phenom that we've been used to over in his path over in Street Fighter V, and now looking as strong as ever. I think the strongest thus far this year in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the victory path, of course, presented by White Claw Zero Proof. Nice to see how everybody makes it here in their matches, and excited to see this between the two of them. There is something different about this guy Mena on this EVO stage. He's a little different with this crowd and energy and feeling. You know, other tournaments in the year, he always does well, but EVO is definitely one where he overperforms, and he's just an impossible opponent to beat.
Yeah, I think a lot of players have hailed him as also one of the most clutch players that we could ask for alongside Punk as well. But again, in this very moment, can he take down another top-end player via Phenom and that Cammy? I'm more so kind of concerned with Phenom. I haven't been able to check out any records of him playing any Blancas, as you had mentioned, right?
Yeah, we asked too, like, who do you prep for with this matchup? And he's like, I don't know. I don't have anybody in EU that I really play this matchup with a ton. Like, there are some, but it's not super common. And he said, here, I had to play the Japanese Blanca players, but they don't play exactly like Mena. So I think he's even worried, you know, pre-prep, right? Like, just thinking about this matchup, it was hard. Whereas I saw Mena noon this afternoon. He was ushering up Cammy players to his hotel room to get prep and practice. Like, I think he's been ready to go. He's super prepared, I think, for this matchup.
Yeah, and most in regards to strategy, I did talk to Phenom about it. He's like, he's compartmentalizing every bit of Mena RD as he can, just based off of
Voltei, galera. Vamos ver aqui. Takeiro começou perdendo, mas a adaptação dele é incrível, verdade. Mas tem razão, Leandro, tem razão. Mas você não acha que o Ed teria mais chance, cara, do que o DJ? Sei lá, eu acho que ele jogou melhor com o Ed.
The scary thing is I feel like Mena has a unique strength as a player.
As
we hear the crowd getting hyped for the walkout here in our second match of this winner's
massa, né, cara? A galera vibrando,
here
massa.
at EVO.
Vai vir
Mena
nerf
RD
no
versus
JP, no patch do
Phenom.
Sagat.
Gonna be a banger here, and I'm sure it's gonna be quite the scrap, as Mena just has this unique ability to sense not only on his own offense, but on his opponent's offense, where the pace of the match is gonna go and how to smother and make the correct choices.
Valeu, mano. Obrigado mesmo.
Damn, that hit how long? Excuse me? How many active frames is that bad boy?
I think like 12.
I think Blanca John had something to do with it.
Ele foi de Blanca.
You sound like J. Jonah Jameson.
I want pictures of Blanca John right now on my desk.
Motoboy Mena acaba a luta e já volta pra fazer entrega, ele volta pro iFood.
And he's been using that heavy kick in neutral more often, Mena, and there we see the drive rush opener from Phenom trying to find the jab. corner interaction. And you know, everybody's always scared to pressure Blanca. He's a tough character to deal with because it's up ball, he can jump back, he
Vamos
can
ver
go
qual
for the
vai
air
ser
ball, he
do
can go for
Fena.
backdashes or buttons. He's just got a tricky set of options to deal with.
Yeah, a little bit dry towards the drive gauge now for Phenom. You talked about some of those options. He was actually pretty reluctant at first to kind of think about pressuring Blanca, something we talked about a little bit earlier.
Ô doido, esse Blanca aí acho que você não consegue arrancar o couro não, viu?
Within roundhouse range, doesn't want to get clipped because Blanca has some very extensive normals that can easily counter you or whiff punish. Oh no, wait a minute.
Nossa.
Number one, you already know it, securing the first round.
Quis nem
Absolutely
saber, mano.
worth the money spent.
And interesting things you're seeing so far. Mena's been hitting a lot of forward medium kick. It's because it low crushes, it beats low. So he's trying to beat the crouching medium kick from Phenom. So I'm surprised, as you see it right there, right? I'm surprised that Phenom hit crouching medium kick actually because, you know, that's the exact button Mena's been counter poking against.
Yeah, he's only whipped it within ranges to kind of bait out like a normal thus far from what we've seen, but we do get the OD Blanca ball. Didn't get the continuation we saw, jump medium punch and an attempt at that, but here we go, the overhead a little bit too far out. Exposure on the low. We get the side switch. Phenom applying pressure with the stand medium punch, excuse me, hello. There was back-to-back roundhouses. I just saw a bunch of kicks on the screen. He's trying to control the pace with the heavier normals now to slow Mena RD.
Yeah, and it's a one-hit round now, so Phenom a little bit more passive. Love the jump. It's been a while. Neither of them really committed to that too much. And Mena now playing slow. He's one hit away, so doesn't have to be too active. Just blocks it out, eats the throw. Phenom down a lot of drive gauge now, which makes the next interaction a little scarier.
Eu
Just
mato.
about one hit, one touch is all that's needed. This is what Drive Rush cancel. They're playing a game of normals, playing a game of chicken a little bit.
É,
Roundhouse
gente.
check a little
Feno.
bit too. The throw comes in from Mena RD. This is the first significant opening. We got the Lightning Beast. We don't need the level 3. Let's play a little game. How long can you play defense against the Blanca ball? Burnout is in effect. And an attempt at the overhead.
Meu
Phenom
Deus.
snipes it out immediately with a crouching jab to
Será
secure
que ele
game
viu
one.
que era
Once he
overhead?
secured the burnout, I think Phenom was basically like, okay,
Será que
now
ele
it's time
checou
for you to go
isso
for some new option here as we jump into this second game.
consciente assim que tipo, ah, overhead, toma.
Phenom getting that
Não é
overhead. The
possível.
counter hit on the forward medium kick.
Yeah, he's been doing that quite a bit. Try to counter poke against that medium ball in, get the pressure afterwards. Got the back medium kick. And Phenom aggressive again with buttons. There's been a lot of delay timing in Mena's pressure so far, and I think Phenom's getting a little active because of it.
Now the timing exposing the low yet again from the low medium kick. A little delay from the Fierce as well. Looking rather dry for Phenom and RD. He knows the objective. There was an attempt at a parry. You saw it, hence the burnout
Toma.
on Phenom's behalf.
Yeah, and Mena went for a delayed button, so that parry would lose there. He gets the combo off this as well, and he's not going to
Meu
spend too
Deus.
much, I would imagine. Just the doll into pressure, into chip being an option. Plus frames on
Olha
that.
a vida
And
indo
it's
embora.
going to be all she wrote in a second here. Love the
Caramba,
containment
que
with the
nervoso,
jump backs
cara.
ball. Air to air, not an option. Round one goes there to Mena.
Damn, that was a smooth punish counter. Phenom's been doing that all weekend long. Oh boy, OD up ball, you had to do it.
And now we see Mena. I love that he's using these heavy kicks. And look at that, the spaced out forward medium kick. It checks Phenom's reactions. He can get the corner carry here with level 2. And now Phenom in a bad spot, gonna have to deal with the doll at the end of this pressure.
Gonna set up the little fella. Not too much
Nice.
pressure over that. What a whip
Já
punch
era.
on that walk back.
Já era.
And you're actually taking hella damage out of that. The quick 2-round
Já
rebuttal
era.
from Mena RD.
Pressão
Yeah, I love the
máxima
forward
ali.
medium kicks, keeping it up in neutral, recognizing that not only is
Cadê o
Phenom
ponto do
poking
Mena?
with lows, but he's reacting and
Sai
trying to
daí,
whip punish.
Todd.
If you're trying to
Sai
whip
daí.
punish, a slow move like forward medium kick is very good to catch me block guard. Double drive rush around star, both trying to take initiative.
I like that. Fast and furious. Drive on in there. No medium kick yet again, this time via counter hit against Mena RD. What's the pressure looking like from Phenom? Damn, he woke up with no medium?
That's what I mean. Mena has such a good read about what to
Caramba,
do on his
bicho.
own offense, but what his opponent wants to do on their defense. As he gets the doll set up here, takes the throw.
Pô, o
and
gordo é
now
muito
Phenom's
bom,
gonna
cara.
guess,
Não
is he
tem
on a
jeito,
parry,
não.
or does he want a reversal? And he can strip the drive gauge here with the drive impact. That's what he does. Ignites the doll, cross up, double hop.
Dear God, even the Funko Pop had a little bit of a hop to it too.
Plus on that, again, he's plus, and now it's going to be burnout there. Mena
Cê tá
steamrolling,
maluco.
and it makes all these offensive sequences
Que
go worse and
isso,
worse because
cara?
now he has level 2. He can pop it here and force some defensive situations for Phenom to deal with as well. And there's the heavy punch, level 2, immediate corner push.
Dude, and chunks of drive gauge just getting shaved off from the side of Phenom. He's gonna be looking so tough. He's forced to block in so many of these occasions, especially while Lightning Beast is active. That snipe from how far?
The reads, man, he's been so right about Phenom's offense, and you can tell Phenom is a little hesitant to go for reversals because he's been blocked a couple of times, and that means that Mena can just back up and wait for buttons or jumps, which is exactly what he went for.
Funny enough, all those exchanges still leading to just about equal in life. Phenom sitting at pretty significant resources. That is a very big pickup. How did you react to the OD dive kick in that speed?
Yeah, and Phenom so passive now. You see,
Difícil pro Phenom, hein, galera? Tá muito difícil,
just needs
pessoal.
one hit, but you know, Mena's doing a great job whiffing and then counter poking right after anti-air again. He's got level 1 for the kill. He misses and he gets the pickup anyway. And you know, Phenom's kicking himself for that. He's like, oh, he whiffed. I hit a button. I wasn't right, and everything is not coming up his way.
No, if it works, that's just a very, very genius.
Phenom vai dar uma esfriada nos ânimos.
We'll take it to that.
And you gotta be in your own head if you're Phenom here too, because the first game went your way, and then now you're like, oh man.
Será que vai poder usar a skin nova da Cammy nos torneios?
A lot of things going right for Mena here in this turnaround the last couple of games.
Yeah, and he's making it hurt too. Not even just in regards
Bicho,
to like how
eu
much
acho que a
damage he's
Capcom
giving to
apelando,
Phenom, but
velho.
also
Não
stripping away all
precisava,
the
mano.
defensive capabilities that he had as well with the drive gauge.
I heard everybody in the world heard Kaba right there, I think. I'm pretty sure. We all heard immediately.
That's okay. That's what I'm talking about.
That forward medium kick again. Phenom thinking about it. He hasn't had a good answer to the heavy kick from Mena either. Hasn't found a whip punish yet.
That back throw.
Vamos ver se o Phenom vai conseguir reagir
I think
agora.
that's the game for Phenom here. Somehow he's got to slow it down even more if possible and try to be second. We haven't seen that much from Mena, just raw Blanca ball in neutral too.
Yeah, a little funky too. I was actually kind of curious as to if
Nossa,
that was
ótimo
going to be a
punch.
thing against Phenom thus far, but we'll see how often more that comes up. Again, medium kick. You were just talking about the start
moiou.
off. Forward medium kick has gotten so much mileage against Phenom, playing against his very reactive nature
Igualzinho o
thus far in the
Capitão.
set.
Yeah, I mean, if you whip heavy kicks as Blanca,
O
and
Mena
Phenom's
joga
like,
igual
I'm
o
gonna whip
Capitão,
punish that, I'm gonna be
rapaz.
fast. And you see the forward medium kick, you try to be fast, and you get hit. Just how the mid-range works. And look at Mena whipping lights and stuff too to try to fake him out, and then going for a big button afterwards, trying to catch Phenom, trying to whip punish. It's that heavy kick, and then right behind it, you know, the forward medium kick's a threat as well. So he's got lots of good stuff to
Eu
look
mandei o
for here.
abraço pro João? Não vi se eu mandei, não lembro se eu mandei um abraço pro João.
Level 2 for Lightning Beast, or maybe via block string. You get the forward throw, a little dry on the gauge, he's going to be dashing up. That's when the Lightning Beast comes out. Not only does he get to apply
Eu não
pressure,
lembro.
back away if need be, but also he gets a
Sinta-se
big
abraçado,
drive
João.
gauge.
De
That's a
qualquer
counter
forma.
hit, that's an extension,
Ih,
and that's
rapaz,
the
já
ball.
era.
Looking
Não
at
deu.
match point.
Just like that. I love that he baited right after, right? He hasn't gone for a lot of baits so far, and then immediately goes for the Blanca ball. Double drive rush at the round start again. And look at the passive play from Phenom on Mena's offense. You know, he's so worried about reversals, just like that, right? He's worried about jump back ball. Nice poking with the medium punches. And there's the slide, the first one of the set. Phenom has such a tall task in dealing with all these options.
Everything is just
Cara,
stacking up against
não
Phenom
tá
at this
dando.
moment.
Não tá dando pro Phenom.
Now bring them to the corner. Blanca ball to close the gap. Roundhouse does get punished, but nothing big, too big out of it. There could have been a low medium kick, perhaps, at that range.
And Phenom's whip punishment has been excellent on a lot of normals, but it's so tough to contain and control all of the options that Blanca can represent. There's the throw again. No DPOS from Phenom twice in a row now, too.
Does get an opening. Does get the forward throw. What are you going to do to pursue? Fierce into the cancel. Now another throw.
Yeah, that just means that he's low on drive gauge now, which means the level 2 for Mena as well. Extra scary. Oh, he goes for it, he risks it all, and that's going to be the set.
Não deu.
You can tell that the
Para
mid-range from
o
Mena
Phenom.
forced him onto that option, and now he's headed to the winner's side
Vamos ver como
of
ficou
our
em cash.
winners finals with the rematch against the man he played in
75%
EVO Japan
pro
Grand
Mena.
Finals, Kakadu.
I grabbed your shoulder immediately after that sentence. I was like, dear God, this is going to be one hell of a banger. Getting another rematch between those two Titans on the winners finals.
Verdade, doido.
Absolutely
Depois
insane.
ele
But
se
again,
impôs o
Phenom
tempo
still
todo.
has a very, very
Ele
good
se
chance
impôs o
going into
tempo
the
todo,
loser bracket
cara.
regardless. Again, he's been looking absolutely sharp. No doubt in my mind, he's going to try to continue to press on. But there's still so many people that could possibly give him the biggest challenge of his life on top of MNRD.
Right, and it's looking a lot like 2023 for this game when we had EVO here, right? We see the Mana Blanca on this stage. We're seeing, obviously, Kakadu on the JP. And historically, I think that kind of a matchup is good for Mena, right? Because he's so good at, reading the rhythm of the game and how people want to play. But
Agora vai
Kakadu
pra
looks
losers, né?
unhittable. He looks like
Truly.
offense doesn't work in this game, so who can say?
Even if you do try to hit him, who's to say he's not going to perfect parry you? His percentage has been mad high thus far. But as you can see it, Kakadu versus MenRD. If you're a Street Fighter fan, you got to be going out of your seat and going nuts for that, just seeing this bracket, right?
Eu acho que o Kakeru não ganha do Mena, hein, gente? Não sei vocês aí, mas eu acho que o Kakeru não ganha.
Might just happen as we see our loser side of the bracket, which is going to be coming up next, of course, Shanghai versus Lashar. Mickey versus Angry Birds. Some veterans and some newcomers, some young guns in both of those, so can't wait
Quem que vai jogar agora? Será que vai ser a loser? Vai ser a loser, né? Eu acho que vai ser a loser.
That's our winner side of the bracket. We're going to take a short break and be back with loser side of Street Fighter 6 Top 8 here at Evolution 2025 in just a little bit.
Concordo, doido. Concordo.
This is the best Chipotle order.
Ixi, propaganda.
Triple wrap.
Mild, medium, hot.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Sour cream inside the vinaigrette. 2 tortillas. If you know, you know. Lettuce, cheese.
Aí, beleza. Não dá problema. Agora é losers, beleza. A loser é... Quem que vai jogar mesmo, mano? Essa daqui? O Angry Bird não é. O Angry Bird é... Tá pra baixo. Não lembro. Avião, cara. Esse controle... Eu... Sei lá, gente. Vocês gostaram? Pretete. O anime tá massa, hein? O filme. Ó o Mateusão aí, salve Mateusão, boa noite, mano. Bom dia. É mesmo, né? Já não é mais domingo hoje. Olha o controle que o doido amou. Shanghai versus Lechar. Mickey versus Angry Bird. Ah, é o Shanghai então e Lechar agora. Vou fazer enquete. Shanghai. Lechar. Beleza, voltou. Opa, essa não.
Las Vegas, Nevada, make some noise!
We're excited to see all your lovely faces, of course, and we have another banger matchup coming up right now. 2 SNK legends, actually. 2 players who are very familiar. Obviously, if you've seen the King of Fighters gameplay before, and it's going to be a good one to see. Especially, I'm so impressed with how Shanghai got here. Imagine, he's fighting for Fatal Fury top 8.
That's right.
He gets 9th place at EVO. Tough, right? If you're Shanghai, who is like, he's supposed to win. He's the GOAT, right? Like, we love that guy. He's the GOAT. He has to come over to the Street Fighter stage and back-to-back fight for qualifying for EVO top 8. And here he is. Like, he had to play him back-to-back. And even they were like, you want a little break in between? And Shanghai was like, let me at him, dude. I need to get into a top 8 this weekend.
Yeah, we did happen to catch him on stream. I do believe during day number 2, if I'm not mistaken, had to face off against Tori Meshi. I'm not going to spoil exactly the entire path that he's had. It was a little bit of a rough shot. There was just one moment where he had missed time, one of his supers, to actually catch Tori Meshi on the way down. We could have seen an entirely different timeline if Shanghai had landed that. So you know that's definitely going to be fueling him. He's very emotionally fueled. He doesn't necessarily show it, but he definitely feels it, and he definitely shows it off on the next weary opponent, which is really unfortunate. On the other side, though, this is actually kind of crazy. Lechar, back-to-back champions in the CPT via Combo Breaker and CEO. And as you had mentioned, he took a little bit of a break.
Eu vou torcer pro Lechar, hein?
Again in tip-top shape. However, I guess that's kind of like loaded to say tip-top shape.
Lechar desde criancinha.
I thought it was mad ironic that Shanghai still has to face more Fatal Fury characters, potentially.
He's going to pull up with maior Terry, and he's like, don't remind me, bro. I don't want to see this. They're just like, they're standing outside his window with the stereo, just waiting for him. But we're going to take a look at their path to victory. How do they made it here? Presented by White Claw, Zero Proof, of course. And we see Shanghai going to loser side to Tori Meshi. Afterwards, he goes and fights for his life in Fatal Fury. Comes back and beats Shudo.
Rapaz, o Lechar ele enfrentou pedreira pra caramba, hein? Aliás, o Shanghai, Lechar não, Shanghai. Ó, o Noah de Prodigy também.
Looking at the stats coming up as well from the side of Lechar, a little bit of poetic justice when you take a look at how he's gotten here in his victory path. But again, Shanghai being so competitive, he's definitely going to give Lechar a run for his money.
O Lechar ganhou do DCQ, do Punk, mas ó, 2-1, tudo apertado. Perdeu pro Feno, Feno mandou ele pra loser.
close
back to back to back.
BX-Ball.
Yeah, these are all close sets, two
ganhou.
scrappy ones. I mean, that's why our
Aqua.
EVO champion, Punk, 9th place this EVO after really, really good runs in the last 2 years, obviously top 8 and then winning.
Quem mandou ele pra
Barely going
loser
down
foi o
to Lashar
Venom,
in a
galera.
banger of
Olha
a match.
isso.
If you didn't see that one definitely recommend checking it out. And Lashar, I think for a lot of people's mind, one of the best, if not the best Street Fighter 6 players. But it's weird to say given that he won CEO and CB, but he kind of underperforms at tournaments, which is weird because you're like, didn't he just win 2 big majors? But things like Capcom Cup and EVO and stuff, I sort of
O
expect
doido
him to get the big
é
wins.
condicional, a torcida do doido é condicional, depende do boneco que o cara pega.
So I always love to see success from him. He's such a fun player to watch, and I'm curious which of his 3 characters he's going to lock in against Xiaohai, and Xiaohai's 3 characters that he could lock in, you know?
I'm very scared to see who they actually pick up next, to be honest with you. They are locked and loaded on the
Lashar
stage.
enfrentou mais
Everybody
pedreira,
waiting to see
concordo.
the big throwdown. Again, in top 8, there's definitely going to be no slouching. Xiaohai versus Lashar on the screen, on the stage right now. It's just a matter of what character is chosen. Taking a look at from Xiaohai and his current record, he's been mad consistent with the Bison all throughout the weekend thus far. It's at least what I've seen.
Yeah, and I've seen him play some Mai as well. It's another character that I saw him lock in. And his whip punishment, particularly in the Itabashi set, was next level. You see the crowd out there. What's up, everybody here at EVO? Hopefully you've been enjoying your time so far. In this crowd, we have Street Fighter action, narrowing it down all the way from 4,000 plus players to our top 8.
That's crazy. Ed was on the screen. You see Terry in the back. He's just like, nah, man. He was just shaking his head. He's like, what are you doing, man?
He's like, I don't need that. I gotta get
Até
out
o Salvatore tava
It's
ali
gonna be a
de,
good one. A banger of a
de
match.
torcida.
Curious about what characters they both lock in. And I have no spoiler. I don't know who they're playing on the stage yet. We'll have to see when we swap over to it. But it should be a good one. Thanks to all of you for sticking with us here on this late night for some Street Fighter action. Our 3rd year at EVO, and this crowd is packed. How's everybody doing out there? You guys feeling good?
All the seats right here on the floor, absolutely packed, absolutely insane. I'm kind of curious, for all of you out there, how many of you guys just been to EVO for the very, very first time? Let me know, let me hear that real quick. Hold up. Let me see, is your first EVO?
Nem
Welcome to
falo
the
nada.
family, y'all.
That is a lot of people out there. Every year, I'm so surprised how many people it is their first year. Hopefully, we catch you back here next year. And
Eu
every year
prefiro
for some
não
EVO action. He's got
comentar.
the Quam box.
The Quan box?
The Quam box, yeah.
Jesus.
Quamba was making the Quam box. Oh, this is a gamer box, it looks like, instead. But everybody's been using this lately. The theory is people stare at your hands, and you get knocked down, you see them mashing, you know they're going to wake up super or DP or whatever it's going to be, right? So people try to hide their inputs so that when you're playing side by side like this, people don't know what you're up to.
Damn,
And
he's got maximum coverage. Look at the flaps on that bad boy,
doido
dude.
tá
He's covering the
confiante aí,
elbows,
então.
too.
you can't even see his elbows,
Não que
bro.
você esteja
You don't even know
torcendo
what's
por
going on
qualquer
under the hood.
mas
That's the
eu acho que
idea.
ele
That's the
don't wanna know.
funniest thing, actually.
tem
For
grande
someone
chance de
just
ser
tuning in right at
campeão.
that moment, they're like, is his hands connected to the stick? What is this peripheral?
That's what I'm saying, of course. What up, everybody in the crowd out there? Hopefully you're feeling well. We're going to see between these two who is the true king of fighters. Yo, Snapple?
I like that. Bio Billy Bones? That's my guy right there. We are going
Olha
to
o
get locked
Lashar
in
ensinando,
very
ó, o
soon.
seu aparece
Xiaohai
ali, tá? O
versus
meu é
Lashar.
desse lado.
This is elimination
O seu é
time.
desse
This
outro
is
lado.
round 1 of loser's bracket.
Yo, I recognize that flag back there. He's getting hype.
A caixinha 3D do Xiaohai.
Xiaohai and Lashar, really, really strong players. SNK background, obviously, very good at this game as well. And it looks like the buttons are getting checked. They're locked and loaded. Xiaohai unrolled, and the Autobots, they rolled out, so he's got his box ready to go.
Esse cara não sabe nem jogar.
Bro, how good of a henchman name is Starscream?
I don't know. That sounds pretty beefy.
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds pretty OD. I'm not gonna lie to you. Looking at the screen, we do see Mai locked in, at least on the player 1 side. That might be Xiaohai's choice. Ed, possibly being the choice for the side of Lashar. Or we're gonna get the Mai mirror. The fans seem pretty happy about it. No
Ensina
pun
nós, não
intended.
faz
You see
isso.
Xiaohai lean in like you're gonna play that
É
against
mesmo?
me?
Nós
It's like you're
mata
gonna
aqui, ó.
dare
Tiro.
pick a King of Fighters character against me, a Fatal Fury character against me. Mai versus Mai, our match here. A very strong character and a very common character. Very different styles though. Lashar with punish, hit confirms, reactions.
Nossa, mirror
defense.
match.
Xiaohai, a much more active player, right? He's gonna pull up and use his reactions and just general fighting game comfort ability to beat you up.
We got the beast thing already to the corner. Xiaohai trying to
Difícil, hein,
fix
cara?
the
Eu não sei qual das duas é mais poderosa.
Exact same normal, but the pressure's going to be a little bit too much thus
As
far.
duas são muito
Xiaohai still
fortes.
in control. The Fierce trying to check the movement from the Shark just in case. Oh, opening down below, another killer beast thing. Get off me, Ryu-NG.
Getting some space. The perfect pair, Riembu after trying to beat it. Dive kick, he's looking to beat the anti-air, and Xiaohai does not bite. Okay.
At level 1, we do get an install and a little bit more pressure to escape and create some space for Lashar.
Backing up, red versus blue here. Xiaohai giving a little bit of space now that he has this life lead here. Finds the low hit, and he's almost out of the enhanced fans. Reversal from Xiaohai.
Tried to check the drive rush, a little bit too late. Damn, what a time to bust out that OD uppercut. That was actually round changing if Lashar had blocked.
Back to back too, and that sends a message early if you're just down to send it on the first 2 interactions. Again, offense from Xiaohai. He's more likely to act first, throw these fans, EX fans. Wow.
Damn, he just counts for both of them, huh?
You want to do that? What a hit confirmed there from Lashar. He wants to do that there because he was worried about the fan, I think was the idea.
Makes a lot of sense. Just enough space to get that punish counter. Now, level 1, yet again, Kaguru no Mai.
Cross correctly, and he challenges.
He's still going to be so locked down. What a time to throw that low medium kick. Actually, a counter hit against Lashar. Still got a lot of life left. Trying to knock on the door with the lights instead. Rewarded with the back throw from Xiaohai. And a forward throw now.
Drive rushes in for another one. He's 1 bait away from killing here. I mean, he's got lots of meter critical art on deck. And Lashar trying to block it out and be safe. This relentless presser from Xiaohai here. Back throw into the corner, 1 guess away.
Oh, what a delay.
Meu
Throw
Deus.
just enough, Lashar. Still keeping the pressure on with some of the throws too. Mixing a little bit of the drive rush, delayed normals as well.
Look at that round star charge fan. Xiaohai, no fear. Lashar playing so passive by comparison.
Another one. Checking the lows a little bit, knocking on the door.
Whiff
That's a
punish.
perfect whiff punish within that range. To be fair, medium punch goes mad far.
Oh, what a throw
Nossa,
bait.
achei
This is
mó
going to be
legal
huge
agora.
damage. Level 2 at the end of this should be
Nossa,
enough. Look
arregaçou.
at that, the 2-tap from Xiaohai in our game 1.
He gave him a fair warning. He looked right at him right before the game started.
He's like, are you sure you want to lock this in, buddy
Então essa é a
boy?
primeira
Where
luta
I
da
come
loser,
from,
hein?
no one beats me in this.
A próxima vai ser meu
Back to
Akuma.
character select.
Vamos lá.
Lashar having to think. Buttons correct. Ed?
Ah.
The old flame?
He might have to, specifically for this matchup, with how passive he's been playing. I think the flickers actually might be able to check Xiaohai at certain ranges, kind of keep him at bay, at least slow down the pace.
É, a melhor Mai agora, definitivamente,
That's one
é
thing
a
about this
do
matchup is that
Xiaohai.
Ed's fireballs, his projectiles and flickers mean that you can't throw fans for free, but he just pulls up and catches them low. Normally, Lashar is the king of getting a lot from a little, but so far, he hasn't really been able to make that a factor. Xiaohai just kind of being aggressive and picking him apart.
But I think Ed does a pretty good job of that, at least trying to tone down the pace, at least from the mid-screen, but under pressure, a little bit difficult, right? His defense options just slightly lackluster, only being able to do ODDP, but it's not active until like double digits, right? So it's not going to be a real, instant escape option.
Yeah,
Tá muito
Xiaohai,
difícil
he's doing a
pro
lot,
Lashar.
and Lashar is not having a good time slowing him down so far. Just look at this, like he's getting perfect parries, but Xiaohai just pulls up, too ready, too prepared, too offensive. Lashar not being able to match this pace and slow the game down.
Right, and I love the pace that Xiaohai is setting, absolutely, right? This is the first time we've actually seen, okay, Lashar locked down a little bit, but up until this point, we do find success with the flicker for the first time. Check the chin.
Rush pressure looking in, and that semi-medium punch not plus, so Lashar just blocks after, which means Xiaohai takes his turn to get out of the corner.
Beautiful.
DP Ender, he did not go for the EX Blitz into a level 2 combo or anything. Didn't need to spend it, he felt like it. Now instead, we got to deal with fan pressure in the corner. He's given plus on block, cancels into projectiles, and he jabs out. He does not
Maker
fight.
fica feliz.
Oh, expensive. That was very expensive from Lashar. Shin Dream.
We get the single bounce. We're going corner to corner.
Caramba, mano, que massa, velho.
Trade on
Que
that, and
combo
he
da
gets the
hora,
counter
né?
hit,
Fala
pick up
sério.
stand like crouching leg kick, medium DP as Lashar.
Vai de tela
May have
a
been
tela,
gone for
de
a bit,
canto
but
a
he didn't forget
canto.
how to dream.
That's bars, man. It's pretty good.
Deixar
That's what he
reagindo
does.
aí,
Level
mas
3 early, and that's going to be a bad one for Lashar. He's not going to have access to a lot of drive gauge here, so he's going to have to make a tough decision about how to get out of this spot.
Goes to burn out immediately with a fierce little delay on that, actually,
Nossa,
on the held down
mano.
button.
Tech throw. He built
That's
so much meter. He has
Wow.
so much bar. Look at that. Lashar now, all kinds of offense. He's got drive gauge to work with. Xiaohai, not a lot, misses the whip
Ah, ele
punish.
apertou o botão errado ali, hein?
That could have been punish counter. It would have been way worse. Instead, now Lashar on the prowl. He's got meter to work with. Drive gauge advantage. The life bar is gonna be tough. He escapes. Kill rushes away.
Difícil, hein? Difícil. Vamos lá, Alexandre. Tenta o comeback.
Or at least than expected, I should say.
He's gonna keep holding these flickers because he has level 3 to cancel into. So he's waiting for Xiaohai to go for a drive impact.
Just about the range where he can't really throw these fans. It's so difficult. Lashar, you know he's on the prowl. OD version, that's a lot safer.
Oh, the delayed front throw from Lashar. You saw him block real quick right before. And flickers and flickers. The DP is ready in time.
Será?
One guess away.
Será, gente?
Drive
Será?
rushes in. He can make this happen. Lashar's more than capable. He went for the big read. And Xiaohai blocks it out correctly. So long on that.
Eu não
He
entendi o que
doesn't
ele quis
bite.
fazer agora.
And this is what I mean. The instant rematch from Lashar doesn't even take a
Eu não
second to think.
entendi.
It's like PTSD from Street Fighter 5, man.
Yeah, the ending walker.
Yeah, dude. The very last second trying
Dá
to
pra
catch
ganhar,
a
Alexandre.
button
Dá pra ganhar.
with the OD uppercut from Lashar. High risk, very, very high risk.
Yeah, and it could have been the round. Instead, Xiaohai now all kinds of advantage. And you could just feel
É o
this
combo mais legal do
entire
jogo,
set,
verdade.
He has too much kind of presence on the screen. You can tell Lashar just not matching the way he's controlling space.
Parry on the fans, Lashar mistiming his own jump in anticipation for the fan. Xiaohai just holding it just a little bit longer. Forward throw.
Nothing there from Lashar on defense, just blocking it out.
To the side from Lashar. Damn, the fan's still putting in work even in the corner at that range.
Okay, chance now. Lashar on all kinds of offense. He's got drive gauge and meter to work with.
Oh
There's
my
the-
God!
É
The
agora,
big
hein?
dump to the chin, off of the fierce. Let the ball rock. Give me that.
Mano, que
Kill
massa
rush
esse combo.
forward,
Nunca
delayed
tinha visto.
upper. Still had another chance to do an uppercut,
Que
but either
da
way,
hora.
luckily enough for Lashar, that's one round on the board. He's trying to stay alive. DI, not in time.
Oh, and Xiaohai, no rebuttal. That's going to
Nossa,
be big.
olha isso.
Go for another drive rush for the extension. DP at the end. Good starter from Lashar. Here's he baits the throw.
Ele achou que
Damn, look at the
o Rai
damage.
ia subir.
New combo on this as well. This is a safe jump ender.
Usou o dourado.
Safe jump takes the tick throw.
Pra pegar o
Lashar,
do
signs
cara,
of
mas
life
deu
here.
errado.
First time in this set,
É, ele
Xiaohai's
tentou
been in trouble.
adivinhar, né? Pela leitura que ele fez, hein?
Sting, dash on
É,
up,
tá
delayed
certo.
back throw now. Xiaohai sends out a fan, sends out a message. Lashar not ready to respond just yet. Another throw. A lot of mixed signals coming in from Xiaohai. And the overhead to delay it ever so slightly in case a wake-up button came out. And the throw bait right back after. That's kind of dangerous right now for Lashar where he's at. The big opener up, the
Yeah.
counter hit. He stays alive, 2-1.
Huge win there. Lashar fighting back. And you know, something about him normally is I feel like when he goes down in sets like this, it kind of just looks like, well, you know, Lashar might not be on it today. He's not on a heater, right? But fighting back and playing that round really well. I like that he got more active. He was playing the game more. He's not just playing passive. He's trying to be
Meu
active.
Deus.
The field goal is good. Lashar actually calling out the fans correctly this time. He tried DI in that previous round just a little bit too late.
Yeah, and I like the DI attempt. He went for a harder combo there, missed the charge flicker. What happens when you play 3 characters and you're, you know, juggling all 3 of them? It's difficult to get every hit confirm, every situational combo correct.
Surely.
Big jump.
Achou alguma coisa, assim.
Corner carry as well. Being able to cover that jump, at least with a jab, it's totally fine. At least for Lashar, I should say. Now he gets control. He gets that forward throw, and wow. Xiaohai just immediately responding with an OD uppercut, not feeling the pressure from Lashar.
Wow. Anti-air crushing medium kick too. And Lashar, he can get single hit confirm into OD blitz in a level 2 here, which is big. And he sees the drive rush. What's the confirm
Deus.
here? Oh, he missed.
Doutor.
Huge drop. He's got level 2 for the
Cara,
kill.
não acredito.
Oh my, the heartbreaker from Lashar.
Nossa,
and now
mano,
set
que
point for
ódio.
Xiaohai.
This might be a little bit of a problem.
All that meter gone too. That was the winner from Lashar, but again, his head's not as sharp. He hasn't been playing this character as much.
Just a couple of the lights. Ryu and Boo can get a punish counter, bring her back down to earth for the side switch, the big exchange. No.
Doesn't get a trade combo there either. Has the corner, no whip punish. He's having trouble here. There's the EX fan, backs it up. Passive play. Charge flicker doesn't reach the hurt box of Mai there though.
Trying to figure it out. Xiaohai now trying to get antsy with that jump. Lashar still ready with the anti-air. Xiaohai trying to that approach
Olha
again.
que massa.
What a combo there. The situational awareness from Lashar. Jump back jab for the anti-air just in case there's a dive kick.
We're seeing a lot more of the spark fireball option coming in from Lashar, right? To suppress Xiaohai from even trying to go for the fans more often in that range. Damn! Superman punch to the grill!
Force burnout
O
here as
Lashar
well. Takes the
vazou o óleo
throw.
do level 2.
Xiaohai in a bad spot. Oh, missed there. Missed there from Lashar. And now a chance. He backdashed in
Já era.
against the punish.
Boa.
Staying alive.
Was that an attempt at a spark for a meaty spark?
Not sure. Oh, I thought it was a flicker, so it was a light kick.
Possibly, possibly.
Man. Oh, and the punish. Xiaohai gets the corner here. He just takes the level 1. getting the resources here. And what a sweep, too.
Yes. Evo's definitely take that for Xiao Hai.
Wow, the whip punish. EX Riembu hit confirmed. Didn't go for anything after, though.
Putting himself into the corner of Xiao Hai with
Se ele der uma entrada ali, eu acho que ele já manda especial nível 3, hein? Dependendo da entrada. Se não for uma entrada escalonada, olha lá, ó.
The delay cancel, he's trying to Shin Dream on the EVO stage and he hits it. Dash forward,
que massa.
heavy punch.
Olha que massa, mano.
Double dash for the ender.
E a galera torcendo, já era, ganhou.
He ties up the
Meu
set,
Deus.
2 apiece.
Meu Deus. Gente do céu, o que é isso, velho? Olha o nível dos caras, mano. Olha o nível desses caras.
You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Huge improvement from last year. You guys are doing great. I like that.
Pulo e grab é o que mais está tendo, o Matheusão comentou aí.
We're back into our final game between these two here. Loser's side of Evolution. Loser's going to be going home in 7th place. There's a reversal. Lashar getting active.
I love that. You can call out. Punish counter, trying to get the flicker to nullify that fan, but not in time. Actually, a little bit too close for comfort. Xiao Hai, overhead, successfully blocked from Lashar. How do you get out? Fears to check the movement.
He's fighting out with the whip punish. Xiao Hai spacing excellent there, and he's going to get the level 1. Low
O
drop for
Matheusão tá
Lashar as
tenso
well,
lá.
and now he's going to be on burnout on the next hit. And there's the EXDP. Just anything to keep himself alive.
Oh,
Ah,
no!
já era.
So tough.
In there.
Yeah, how do you see that one? There's just colors everywhere. Tough to see. Xiao Hai once again on set.
E agora?
Very deep uppercut. Char, killer rushing through, does get the forward throw.
A lot of corner push and knockdown on this. Doesn't go for the drive rush, but Xiao Hai, excellent position here in the corner, and it's not in time.
Não, cara.
What's the combo opportunity here? Double dash.
Poxa,
He's going to put
Lashar.
some drive gauge here with the level 1. Lashar's got to make some tough decisions on defense.
Nossa.
And he's wrong, but he's apparently alive.
Subiu
Xiao Hai
brilhando,
with the
doido.
mistake,
Já
but
era.
tough spot. How does he survive?
Agora já era.
Chip is imminent. If Lashar continues to back away, he does get an opportunity for the flicker counter hit. Nothing behind it that's super big just yet. But that's the one we were looking for,
Wow.
baby. We were talking about the big conversion. This is the
Será que
critical
vai
hit,
deixar em
but more
burnout?
importantly, he's out of burnout and he's in control.
And he
Burnout,
steals a burnout
gente.
from Xiao Hai, who's got to deal
Só
with
que
Ed.
assim, né? Ele
With no
pode
drive
reagir e
gauge,
reagiu.
the
Já era.
reaction of
Reagir
the
com
young
especial.
man himself.
A ideia foi
Xiao
boa.
Hai
Lashar
eliminating Lashar in a
foi muito
3-2
boa a ideia,
nail
mas
biter, just
no
like
nível
that.
deles aí não tem como, cara.
You can't be upset at that.
Vai reagir
Genuinely
mesmo.
cannot be upset at that to try it in that exact moment. Xiao Hai, he was
A galera
just
tá
too ready.
acertando aí, hein? As
He's too
enquetes.
prepared. He's a young man in nickname and
Se
in
matou.
reaction
Verdade,
time.
verdade
Ladies
mesmo,
and gentlemen,
Matheusão.
can we all make some noise for our first
Faltou
eliminated player
ali
here,
paciência pro
Lashar.
Lashar. Bom, agora vai ser Angry Bird, né?
7th place here at Evolution, and Xiao Hai starting the march. A long journey through this loser's bracket for him, even before this top 8 began. Can he do it again through the loser's side? All the way through these killers.
That is quite the task at hand, I'll tell you what, when we take a look at the bracket later, but now it sets us up nicely for what's to come on the loser side. Even further, we got Mickey versus Angry Bird. That's going to be kind of wild, only because I will say I feel like
Vamos
not
ver
a
o
lot of people
Akuma, hein?
have been introduced to Mickey just yet, right?
Yeah, really young player, obviously from Hong Kong. First time here out at EVO and in the
Já
top
volto, vou
8
pegar
of this
salgadinho.
bracket. Incredible stuff, and he's a young player who plays very defensive, very footsie-oriented, slow play, which is really surprising, yeah, I think generally, right, for a player of that age. But what a banger set between these two, Lashar and Xiao Hai. SNK legends fighting here to see who's the real king of fighters. And it's Xiao Hai in the end with an incredibly impressive performance, 3-2 over Lashar, 6-set between those two.
And you weren't kidding either. In regards to what you had prefaced it with, you were talking about the amount of control that Lashar was trying to look for, the reactionary play style, which is why he kind of picked Ed after the Mai hadn't worked out. Xiao Hai's activity on offense was just too much to handle in the mirror match. But I guess the objective right now, or at least the objective at that point, Lashar wasn't able to get it fully through up until way later. So when you think about it, it's like, what would have happened if Ed was the initial pick?
That's what you gotta guess, right? That's the thing in this combo all the way through. Lovely to see it, of course. And thanks to the replay, which is presented by PlayStation Tournaments, of course. Awesome to see that we get some extra stuff. And it's cool to see even in these moments, you know, the clutch plays from players like that. Like Xiao Hai is just he's just dead if he's not right, and his reaction time, excellent stuff, of course. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that, and we're ready for our other loser side of the bracket to see who's going to be our next eliminated player and narrow down that top 8 to the 6 players who will be in our top 6 of here at EVO.
So again, if this is your first time seeing either of these players, we talked a little bit about Mick and his character choices, right? Cammy has been on the screen a handful of times on the stream as well. At least Mai also has been the choice for him, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of characters from him, of course. We have our White Claw Zero Proof Path to Victory, how they made it here. And Mickey, the young man, beat a lot of really strong players here, as you can see earlier on. Took a loss to Shine right outside of pools, and Shine had that deep run. He was in Winterside top 24, where he lost to Kakadu for the first time. Beats JP King, Smooth King, and then, or 2 Kings back-to-back. Adrian Riven, Challenger League of Legends player, 2200 MR Ken, very strong player.
Damn.
Hope, VX Bow, Taco, Shine in a revenge match, ending Walker, and then Tori Meshi, the GOAT Dawson.
That is quite impressive. I did happen to catch that on day one. I feel like between Mickey
Melhor
and
Mai,
Shine, that was
concordo.
actually very, very impressive to
melhor
see
Mai.
the kind of stop that Shine had with that Kimberly. But let's move on over to Angry Bird just a little bit, right? This is insane. Man, shout out to Filipino Man in round 2. He took him down 2-0. Then Ugong right after 2-1. Tony Shuai 2-0.
É, o Angry Bird pegou pedreira também, hein, gente.
Beats him there,
Momoshi,
yeah. And then he had
Yamaguchi,
those matches,
Smoke,
Moke,
Punk.
Yamaguchi, Momochi. 3
Perdeu
of
pro
Japan's
Punk.
finest, back to back to back.
I'm still floored that we had that in the top 96 between Angry Bird and Punk.
Yeah, 2 EVO champions fighting that early in the bracket. But there's something different about Angry Bird at EVO. You know, his results throughout the year, he says that this kind of a format where he just fights all day long and he has to qualify from out of pools to top 8, that second day of EVO, that's where he thrives. He's like, I play well in that day and I need to fight all day that day. If I've got that spark, that fire in me, I can do it. When it's split up over 3 days, the top 24s in the 3rd day, it's harder for me here as we're jumping in to loser's side of the bracket here. Mickey and Angry Bird. This is a young man on the right side of the screen, you know, born 2008, 2009.
That is actually a wild statistic to hear, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, one of those 2 years is my memory. So
Aí,
he's a
boa.
really, really young player. I remember hearing about him 2 years ago when
Boa,
CPT
boa.
just started. Really strong player.
Bom
In
grab.
the top 8 of an event like EVO up against the veteran, an EVO champion, who's found the light punch
Outro
and light
grab.
kick buttons on his controller.
Caramba.
Yeah, mapped out or not, he's still gonna go into it, right? No macros for him, I'll tell you what. Mickey trying to come back from that onslaught of throws, and this is actually a great start, or a great rebuttal, I should say.
Oh, the
what a reaction! That was, oh no, the
Nossa,
option, like, you're right, actually. That makes a lot more sense. I was about to say, like,
Nossa,
there's
o
no
Angry
way.
Bird, pelo amor de Deus.
There's absolutely no way that was real reaction.
I mean, he's young enough to do it, though. Definitely can. Angry Bird, look at that. The way he plays, I'm always so impressed. He's such an aggressive player. He's so consistently confident in his own decisions. And that's one thing I really like about him. He doesn't take time. He's like, I know the correct thing as we see hooligan action.
You get a couple of jabs all the way out as well. Angry Bird delaying the throw after the drive rush. Charged fireball to get himself in as well. Mickey not looking too bad though. I mean, he's kept his drive gauge pretty stable. A couple of parries on the way in. Yeah, I like that. Uppercut to track the demon right now. Flip him a little bit off the hooligan.
Wait, into the level 3, which is what he was looking for. He woke up with the raging demon.
Será que ele vai
and Mickey
invocar o
just
King?
throws him out of it.
It was actually kind of wild because off of the initial spiral arrow, he was just 1 pixel away from getting that level 3.
Wow, raw
Deu
overhead
rematch.
range there from Angry Bird as well. Looking for that a couple of times so far. Yeah, just going for it once again.
Trying to test the ranges out. Yeah, forward fear is definitely one of the better normals to kind of check from way further out. We do get the forward throw.
Trying to beat an anti-air there as Angry Bird. He went for the early demon flip chop, and Mickey does not bite. At that time, no anti-air because of it, so Angry Bird changing up these air approach options, trying to throw him off.
Yeah, considering he's plus after that, he's able to get a strike throw mix if need be. The spin knuckle immediately after the drive rush to possibly check Angry Bird.
Way he walks up to. Angry Bird very good at using Akuma walk speed to dance in and out
Agora
of those
sim,
ranges
parece
just
que ele
like that.
encontrou o spacing ali perfeito.
Charging the fireball. Forward medium kick to keep Mickey in place. You can't go airborne in front of him. He's been mad consistent.
Perdeu o
Back-to-back
space.
uppercuts against the demon raid from Angry Bird. Overhead does connect. A full conversion. Lights out off of that single interaction. Round 1. Game 2. Going into game 2 for Angry Bird.
Yeah, and that reset there really sealed the deal. I meant that he got the kill without spinning extra meter there. What a dive kick over the low medium kick from Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey's been rather grounded, right? We actually haven't seen him. Well, let me rephrase him just a bit. We haven't seen the dive kick option as often. We've seen a lot more hooligans thus far.
Right. And so far, yeah, the approach has been from Angry Bird. In a lot of these interactions, he's the one getting active first. Mickey
O
playing
Mickey
passive.
tem
He's the
16
defender here
anos,
in a lot of
então.
these interactions. scary. Angry Bird and Burnout now. Mickey, if he gets space, it's going to be tough for Angry Bird to get this round. He does have a level 3 on deck, though, and any of these hit confirms could do it.
Shame with the drive gauge, just trying to keep the pace, also from Angry Bird.
Bro, he is fighting in this Burnout, and that's going to be a
Ai, já era.
9,000 life is the deal breaker here, I believe, for Angry Bird. And yet he had that hit confirm, punish, counter, crouching, medium punch, stand, heavy punch. Didn't quite reach, and so Mickey getting the round.
It was just before Angry Bird got back into his drive gauge. Literally a pixel away from getting out of the grave.
Ooh, rebuttal. Mickey recognized that Angry Bird's been taking some walking, some space, and yeah, he's getting active, preemptively swinging into these spaces where Angry Bird's been sticking out some slower options. The dive kick beats it.
That was such an awkward angle. That was the roundhouse uppercut, if I'm not mistaken. That angle? Oh!
T.I. parried it. Didn't get a perfect
Dos
parry or anything,
lados.
but still,
Caramba.
good result there from Mickey. And he
Cadê
jumps
o
into
Rory?
anti-air. He
Cadê
catches
o
the
Rory?
jump. He's got level 1 available at the end of this. Doesn't even need it, but he spends it anyway. Quick like that. 2-0 for the
Quem
young man
vai
here
vir
in
aí?
top 8.
Certeza que ele vai
That
puxar o
stat real
quem.
quick. 2-0, you say? That is phenomenal.
É isso mesmo, ô Mateusão. Esse moleque aí tem 16 anos mesmo.
Shoots him a glance to see what he's up to, and there's no
Não puxou o quem, galera?
Mickey just like, he looks so confident for someone who's not played on this stage before.
It's just another day, man. Some of the younger generation just built different. I'll tell you what, man, we have a plethora of that all over the world. With Mickey right now on the world stage, proving how much of a competitor he really is. Low medium kick, that was a counter hit. A little bit of a string, actually confusing Angry Bird. Not going to win. He's even allowed to act. Mickey's been keeping it real tight, crouching heavy punch to keep him
E
grounded.
aí, galera,
Now we
aí,
get the
ó.
whiff punish.
É isso que eu falo.
Level 1's got to be coming in, doesn't
O
even
pessoal
need it.
chora,
He
chora,
went
chora por causa da Akuma, olha aí, ó.
drive gauge, let me fix my face. This guy is calculating.
Look at that, just set
Boneco
point
não é
already.
tudo isso, gente.
EVO champion for the first year of this game, and he lands minus, perfect parry, and now the corner. Angry Bird low on drive gauge, feels like he's low on options here. Although that tech builds him a lot in the air-to-air. I love that adaptation, knowing that the demon flip over was coming. Oh man, 2 in a row, Angry Bird. He's in trouble here. Catches the backdash. He has level 2 available. What's the meter dump at the end of this? Is it enough to kill? Is the question. Not enough. With that, Rowdy baits the throw. And
Perfect.
Mickey,
Eliminou
the clean
o Angry
perfect,
Bird.
a 3-0. Our Evolution 2023 Street Fighter 6 champion. And it's another day in the office for someone not even old enough to work in one.
This guy is locked the hell in. I will tell you what, that was such a smooth round. Everything went in Mickey's favor, especially towards that end, knowing full well he didn't need to dump out the meter. He knew it wouldn't have killed. Just played it nice and cool, waited for that punish counter. But I gotta say, man, still, big fan of Angry Bird. I know you guys are as well. Let's give it up one more time for Angry Bird.
Foi atropelado, já era.
Evolution 2023
Sem condição.
champion. Incredible competitor. 3 straight years he's been in this top 8. That consistency is very impressive.
Agora a gente vai
I'm sure we'll
pra
see him
winners.
More and more with all the great tournaments coming up.
Ou será que eles vão continuar na loser?
He's marching on with that Quam box, folded it all up. He's ready to go up there on that stage. Incredibly impressive run from him so far, and that sets up our top 6 here at EVO now. So we have our loser side of the bracket and our winners finals squared away.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited to see it, man. It's such a heartbreaker to see some of our favorites as we've been watching them year after year after year ago, but that's just the nature of competition. Now it gives birth to even newer players, players you've never been familiar with as they progress. Honestly, Mickey, I'm a fan, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, of course. Excellent performance from him so far. Everything I've seen from him is super, super sick so far. We have more Street Fighter action for all of you at home, of course. But there's going to be a burrito meter during the break, which I'm sure you're all very excited about. So the crowd's beginning higher here for Chipotle. If you spam emotes in the chat, you can win yourself some free food, okay? So make sure you spam those emotes in the chat. Pick your favorite one that you have from your favorite streamer and let us all know that it's going to pop up on the screen. Take a short break. We'll be back with more Street Fighter 6 Top 8 here at Evolution in just a little bit.
We're going to Chipotle. I need people.
Propagandinha agora. Rapaz, esse burrito aí tá me dando uma vontade de experimentar. Burrito Bus. Chega na final, perde pro Kakeru e o Kakeru dá um autógrafo. Boa. Que hora será que é agora, hein? Nossa, 20 para as 2. Meu Deus, 20 para as 2 ainda. Aliás, já, né? Agora acho que vai ser a semifinal, será? Não, né? Eles devem continuar na loser. Mas não dá pra continuar na loser. Não, dá sim, já tá formado. Ué, Maker, o chat tá bugado? Isso aí, doido. É, eu acho que tá bugado mesmo. Tá travado, né? Eu vou adicionar outro chat aqui. Vai ficar meio zoado, hein? Amanhã é hoje. Tanto serviço. Ô doido, sabe o que eu esqueci de fazer? Esqueci de ativar o chat da... pra ficar registrado, sabe? Nem se tinha falado. Eu esqueci de fazer isso. As batatitas crocantes. Ô Leandrão, se não for assim eu durmo, mano. O Mateusão tá pensando na vida. Muito bom, cara, ter EVO lá na França. Ô Leandro, aí que é o problema, né? Eu não posso ficar até às 6 acordado. Eu tenho que dormir pra acordar às 7. Voltou.
That's going to be the match we're all waiting for here, of course. And we're going to tidy up with our loser side of the bracket in the meantime. Everybody getting real hype out there.
I was actually kind of surprised. I was like, oh, damn. This is
that cameraman, he might not be making it out of this building.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, everybody's been super locked in for this top 8 for very good reason. It's been delivering so much above expectations, to be quite honest with you. But now it's going to be even more banger sets, even in the loser side, obviously.
Mateusão,
Phenom versus
abre o
Shanghai.
iFood aí e pede, mano.
Fudo versus Mickey.
After what I just saw from Mickey, I don't even want to be within 10 feet of him if I'm playing on a console. Like,
This is still not enough space from here to the main stage. This guy is ice cold.
Yeah, that was a dangerous look on someone's face if I've ever seen one. Phenom versus Xiao Hai. Curious to see how this one shakes out. Decorated fighting game players and extremely
Phenom e Xiao Hai.
They bring a lot to the table, which I'm excited to see here. And Fuda versus Mickey. Obviously, Fuda been on a hot streak, just lost to Kakadu, but I don't think the fire is out from him just yet up against Mickey, who's one of the most determined-looking players I've ever seen, and that was a dominant 3-0 performance we just saw. So we're going to jump into our loser side of the bracket before we get that clash between Kakadu and Mena, 3-time EVO champions amongst them. So that is a lot of decoration.
Fazendo vaso. Cara, vaso dá trabalho, né? Tipo assim, demora, né? Apesar que a sua impressora é rápida pra caramba.
Playing out of his mind, surely, but one of the things that got him to the success into the top 8 is his reactionary stat. It is above average, that is for damn sure. But we saw how Xiao Hai dismantled that exact strategy, at least within the Mai and a little bit of the Ed against the Char. But this is different. Phenom is going with his main character right off the bat and can be just as explosive both on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, the natural characters that he plays are a little bit more comfortable with Phenom. He kind of gets jump scared by a Blanca from Mena out of nowhere.
Right.
This is much more of a traditional character. He's fought Mai a million times. He's going to be more in his wheelhouse. So see if that comfort works out for him here. As he takes a little bit more space, he tried to spin knuckle right through there. Beautiful check on the approach. Already Phenom showing that he's pretty comfortable dealing with what Xiao Hai's bringing to the table.
Does get the counter hit off of the drive rush cancel. Backing away, giving some space for the fans. Phenom, now he's definitely looking forward, hence Xiao Hai's reluctancy to even throw those fans out.
He's doing some fakes too, whipping the stand medium punch back to back like that. I like, and he can get in behind this. Not gonna get a combo because he threw the heavy charge fan, which bounces a little bit higher. That's one thing. If you throw the light fan, then that would have comboed there.
I like that.
Jump back.
Eu tô surpreso com o Phenom, viu, pessoal? Não sei vocês, mas eu tô surpreso.
Xiao Hai, Phenom.
Tá jogando muito.
Delaying the crouching heavy punch, catches the backdash against Xiao Hai. No meter spent just yet. Don't regret it in the morning, though.
It's gonna be bad. He doesn't
Minha
the
nossa.
approach and counter hit
Minha
afterwards.
nossa.
Xiao Hai, after throwing that fan, had to be buffering so that spin knuckle could give you beat, and Phenom just ready for that counter hit afterwards.
Getting that first round ever so important, sitting on 2 bars down below for Super as well. How do you get around? Actually, when do you even throw the fan at Xiao Hai outside of close range? Phenom not going to even let him answer that question just yet. Back into the east side, already a Metro City. Level 3 on deck for Phenom. There's an explosive start for Xiao Hai. Now getting the back throw off of that big opener. But Phenom again, catching some of the lights to open up against Xiao Hai out of the corner.
Challenges too. So far, the big thing has been Phenom's passive play, and Xiao Hai's been kind of falling for it as he walks into the fat part of a fan on that heavy punch. Now, a big opportunity for Xiao Hai.
Eu não sei se o Phenom ganharia do Kakeru, cara.
Now presented itself as a threat. Phenom waiting so patiently. Then Xiao Hai with even more patience. Now catching the punish counter on the way down. Level 2. You got it.
Huge damage on that, or when you're already in install especially, so Xiao Hai ready for it there. And I love the adjustments from both of them. Xiao Hai started swinging on the ground more, and then Phenom goes for dive kick to get over it. And then Xiao Hai says, okay, I'm gonna walk in deeper, find these whip punishes. So both of them making good adjustments in the mid-range so far. Xiao Hai throwing more fireballs, and then once he establishes the fireballs, he can go for buttons, which is exactly what Phenom was ready for. And now if you're Xiao Hai, you say, okay, I can throw more fans, I can be more aggro, you're gonna be sitting there waiting to whip punish. You know, I can change up my options and walk up heavy punch there from Xiao Hai.
And Phenom's actually been sitting at that range just to tempt Xiao Hai into throwing a fan to possibly get a big spin knuckle punish. But now Xiao Hai, we do get the install. Level 1 intact, hounding him down little by little, trying to fake out, right? Standing medium punch is exactly used for that fake, as if a fan would, oh my god, was that a buffer?
A level 1 after 2. This is huge damage on this. One guess for the round. Xiao Hai commits to the buttons, and Phenom trying to get active, thinking he's going to give him space.
That's totally fine if you're Xiao Hai. In that exact scenario with that much life in your hands, going in for something light, I don't think it yields that much risk, right?
Yeah, he feels pretty confident about that. He's down to get a level 1, an EXTP, something like that. He had a decent amount of health as well. So I like it. Button into button. And again, same thing we've seen from Phenom so far. Passive, solid whip punishment on the ground. Nothing overcommittal.
Oh, there it is, the spin knuckle and
Cara,
reaction
segunda
to the
vez que ele
fan.
faz isso, hein?
Couple of likes the frame kill, spiral arrow.
Tá com um reflexo absurdo o Phenom.
Phenom's corner pressure so far, so overwhelming in this round. Xiaohai having a lot of problems.
Oh, and the perfect timing to get the
O que tá
perfect
acontecendo com o
round.
Feno, gente?
It has been so oppressive in the corner against
Não era
Xiaohai
tão
thus
bom
far.
assim,
Now
não.
the big opener, an aggressive one at that. OD dive kick, knocking at the door. Gonna get counter hit with the full conversion. Frame kill. He is drilling in terms of the drive. Wait a minute. Wait, he's not even done yet. He got the perfect parry and continuing on. Forward throw. How do you get out of here if you're Xiaohai?
Dude, he can do no wrong. This game, Phenom is just correct over and over and over. He's one hit away now with level 3. He is a fat jump in. Doesn't get the combo though. Chance for Xiaohai now in this round. He's got to wait because his drive gauge is so low. And that is the nail in the coffin in this game. Unfortunate for Xiaohai. Walked into the tip of a
Caramba, o
medium
Feno
kick
tá
to
jogando
tie
bem
this setup.
demais.
Bam. Super lethal in the animation, man. That's kind of rough. It's just a street fight, dude.
Yeah, why does she need to do all that?
Unnecessary roughness, I'll tell you what. But again, you talked about Xiaohai finally getting that big opener to kind of bring that space away from the corner and also pushing back Phenom in that fashion. There was not a lot he could really pursue, right? He didn't want to drive rush forward, obviously, because he only had one bar drive gauge left. He just had to play passive.
Yeah.
And that's tough to do when Phenom just turns on the aggression.
Yeah, and that's Phenom's goal. He wants to play second here. He wants to let Xiaohai
Acho que ele
whiff.
tá usando
So Xiaohai
composto
needs to
V.
operate around that, right? Find some fans, find some other options to
Cara,
represent
tá
instead.
jogando
Make
muito,
Phenom,
mano.
you know, swing first or get active so that he can get the advantage. Throwing fans here, trying to force Phenom into a different response. And there's the jump, right? So that's the thing. Phenom didn't need to jump before because the fans weren't a threat. Once the fans become an option, you open up the jump, and now it's time for Xiaohai.
Do you get the killer bee against the bee sting? Now into the corner, Xiaohai backing away just a little bit. The roundhouse yet again, not really finding a lot of success with that button in particular against Phenom.
Backing him up. Xiaohai, anti-air, not a lot of damage on it. And that's an unfortunate punish counter to eat there as we have the corner. A couple of guesses away the backdash. No punish either.
Didn't get to lead to a lot, just a slight open, and that fierce. Dude, Phenom has been hovering around the heavy button ranges so well, and now within the mediums, allowing himself to get the really significant punish counter, locking down round 1 of game 3.
Yeah, he's having a lot of problems in this kind of mid-range here where with no space to work with, Xiaohai can't really threaten fireballs, so these normals are getting whip punished over and over and over. And then it becomes, do I walk in further, which is what he just did, right? Do I walk in further and try to hit my buttons into Phenom, in which case will Phenom stick out buttons to interrupt, you know? Or go for dive kicks, that's another option if he did as well.
Just at the tail end of that low
Você
medium
acha que
kick.
pode ser comprado? Acho que não, cara. Nesse caso aqui não.
The one successful anti-air against the dive kick. It's so tricky to even try to challenge that. Xiaohai finding it.
Yeah, you can feel the rhythm in this match, Xiaohai. Poking. Now he's going to wait outside this range. Threaten fan. Phenom wants to spin knuckle through or dive kick over the fan.
And this is the kind of space they're going to be hanging out at, right? Phenom, you talked about it earlier, having that reactionary stance. He was on the prowl, does get the opener yet again. Standing medium punch and check, immediately backing away with a roundhouse. Xiaohai is just in a tough spot within the corner.
Yeah, even though he has the life lead, you can tell that Phenom has too much control on the ground. That's a big hit, though. Oh, he missed the tackle.
Olha, ó. Será?
Still gets the throw afterwards, though. But now CA for Phenom, which means this could be a 2-tap or even a 1-tap. The right starter. Oh, he commits. Level 3 won't kill, so he's not going to dump the meter. One guess away here, though. What is Xiaohai going to do? He commits it all. And that's going to be the game just like that. Phenom up 2-1.
Mais ponto aí pro
Perfectly understandable. I know 80% of the people in the stands are like, yeah,
Phenom
we
aí
do the same thing.
praticamente
100% knows
eliminando
me.
já
An option you got to think about, man.
o
And
Xiaohai.
you can just tell that Xiaohai is struggling to solve the kind of patient, defensive, neutral style from Phenom.
That's what's so difficult. He's just hovering around all the ranges that you think you press buttons at and getting punish countered after that. It's just so intimidating. He doesn't even want to budge, right? Like, Phenom's got so much discipline to even just stay at that range forever.
Yeah, and Xiaohai's trying to play the game now. He's trying to get active. He's like, I'm going to drive rush. I'm going to go in for stuff. I'm going to take risks. Yeah, I think he's realized that playing this slow and steady game is not favoring him, and then Phenom, perfect rebuttal with the jump out.
Not too big of a combo afterwards, though.
Yeah, and look at how active Xiaohai is. He is hitting heavy kicks and throwing fireballs and drive rushing, and he's doing a lot of stuff there. And because of that opens up the dive kicks and the jumps for Phenom.
We're starting to see the cycle, right?
Eu tô
Xiaohai, as soon as he gets
falando,
focused on the ground,
Maker.
Phenom possibly potentially open up with another dive kick. Maybe a hooligan could be introduced. Who knows? But now still within a spin knuckle range against the fan. But Xiaohai's not afraid of that. He's still got plenty of life to go with.
You're seeing that Xiaohai, he's whiffed a couple of times if Phenom didn't whiff punish because he's worried about other stuff. He's worried about, you know, kind of drive rushing, jumping, fans, all these other options. So he's getting himself some space, and the reaction is good. I mean, Phenom's one away now.
Esse é o 50-50,
So with Xiaohai, the
né?
jump, no
Mas é
anti-air.
doido.
No
Do
anti-air.
nada o cara
And the
tá
DI
ganhando,
stunned.
aí ele perde, fica
Perfectly
tudo doido e
calculating
voa.
that drive gauge.
A
Phenom
loucura,
set
mamãe.
point.
That has to be the perfect example of what the mental stack looks like after a big set like this.
É, ó, aí,
Everything being
Matheusão,
introduced, everything being
o
cycled over and
Fera,
over again
só
between
mais
the
esse
ground,
round
between the
aí,
air.
se ele ganhar,
Now,
era.
DI at the end,
Vai mandar o
nobody blames
Xiaohai
for
pra
that.
casa.
Yeah, the button burning you out and then the drive impact after so difficult to deal with. Check on that. Is there a wake up? There is, and Xiaohai still down to get active with it. Phenom not respecting it yet. In this round anyway. No
anti-air at all.
Caramba.
That man's been anti-airing
Xiaohai
short hops
aceitou
his
esse
whole
grande.
life, and just a regular Cammy jump goes unchecked.
It's just so difficult. At the blink of an eye, it could be a dive kick, right? Forward throw now. Phenom applying more of that pressure. Match point is on the line. He just needs a single opener outside of this throw, especially. He has some gauge for a single hit confirmed cancel to call it lights out. There's the uppercut from Xiaohai, and there's the throw
Vamos
even
ver se o
further.
Fê não vai manter a
Phenom level 3 available as
tranquilidade,
well,
hein?
which means that bullet is loaded. He has level 3 reactions to these fans or any kind of whip punish. Xiaohai playing a dangerous game, and the hooligan, he ducks it. He knew hooligan throw was coming. The overhead nicely blocked.
Quase.
Oh my god, DI is a threat. His offensive pressure is a threat. That the dive kick spacing, and he's not
não
ready.
reagiu.
Xiaohai staying
Não
alive.
reagiu. Achei que ele fosse reagir.
I panicked when I saw that drive impact. I mashed on the table. Physically.
Never ready. That's the hard part there, being so sharp the whole time. A lot of things to ask. And he just, the classic, block the jump in, DP afterwards.
Oh.
Big opener here from Xiaohai. Low on drive gauge though, so he spends the
Nossa.
level 3 to recover it.
We will 100% take that.
That's a big deal, though.
drive,
He gets
né?
no level 1s for fans, which is a pretty big factor.
Tá certo.
Phenom's going second with his meter here, which means he's gonna have drive gauge advantage. Uh-oh, Xiaohai low on drive gauge.
Yeah, you saw him try to continue the pressure with the OD fans because of the lack of pressure from the, at least without a level 1. OD uppercut.
Yeah, he's got to get active right now. Otherwise, the DI is going to whip. And that is
Nossa,
exactly what
mano.
Xiaohai was looking for. He knew as soon as he burnt out, I got to go right now and scramble. Otherwise, a checkmate can occur.
Nossa,
I
velho.
love the awareness to get a little wild because he knows that if the game slows down, he
A
can't win.
ansiedade tá lá em
He jumped
cima.
over Phenom, jumped again. The jump reset happened off of the normal. Phenom thought he had the confirm. He thought he had the DI. Luckily enough, we get our final game between Xiaohai and Phenom, going right back into a Cammy versus Mike. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, for these two.
We're going to have to see how this one shakes out. Adjustments back and forth. Xiaohai, you know, he's played a fast game once
Manteve
or
o
twice
mesmo
in his life. He knows
boneco,
how to
foi
turn
só
on the
mesmo
aggression
pra
and overwhelm someone who wants to play a passive style.
acalmar
And the
os
question for
ânimos.
Phenom is, does he stick to that or does he turn up the heat himself, right? Is he down to get a little bit more aggressive and make things happen? It seems like he is.
It's just so difficult. How much more aggressive can you be without Phenom, like, moving around so much, right? You might be susceptible to a whiff punish.
Phenom's going first now, and Xiaohai gets to play reactionary, which is favoring him. Next fan, gotta guess. He's correct on the parries. He gets a lot of drive gauge back, but close to burnout in the corner. No anti-air DP. He gets the drive rush low or throw. It's gonna be the throw for Xiaohai.
Phenom just looking mad dry when it comes to the drive gauge. Having to parry these fans, trying to be as perfect as possible. There's a big counter hit off of the stand jab.
Wow, what a confirm on that active frame crouching heavy punch there. And now, chance for Phenom here. The jump up. Oh! The throw tech to Xiaohai. Great positioning now. And he gets hit. Level 2's available. Double drive rush. Level 2 for the spin. Back of the knee's gonna get cracked here as he goes up in the set. Set point now for Phenom over Xiaohai.
That is definitely not official chiropractic practice, I'll tell you what. I don't know where she learned that from. Interpol?
Yeah, maybe not. Don't take down bad guys like that. Be a little early. When Xiaohai, no wake up. You see Phenom respecting it. It's been a lot of EXDP so far from Xiaohai.
Mixing it up between the medium punch and the fans as well. Phenom still not ready to react just yet. It's too close to even react.
Oh no, that's a big drop in punish. A lot of drive gauge gone from Xiaohai too. And now he's in the corner. He's throwing fans so much. Phenom with the jump because of it. And now last guess here for Xiaohai. One more.
Medium punch to check. A handful of mediums, another throw. Don't get thrown again. He thought the exact same thing.
E aí?
And Phenom
E
laid the
agora,
trap
Matheusão?
perfectly. That is Phenom moving on
Phenom
into losers even
tirou
further.
o Xiaohai, cara.
Top 4 the bracket just like that. Impressive adjustments from him. And I gotta say, the way he dealt with that was so difficult. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, can we make some noise for Xiaohai, our 5th place finisher here at Street Fighter 6 for Evolution. Multi-time EVO champion, legend, and one of the greatest fighting game players of all time here in this Street Fighter 6 top 8 with an incredible performance and finishing 5th after a pretty
Dessa
intense
vez
nail
vocês
biter.
erraram a
We
enquete.
were talking about legends, right? We still have legends in the making with our upcoming match, right? Fudo versus Mickey. We've talked about Fudo a handful of times not too long ago over at Blink Respawn with that impressive bout against Momochi, resetting the grand finals, taking it all the way through with both Ed and DJ. However, Mickey, he is on a hot streak right now. This man he is ice cold.
Yeah, and it's impressive that he cleans up that 3-0 earlier that we saw. He's up against Fudo, who had that kind of match with Kakeru where he's trying to overwhelm him, trying to make something happen. Couldn't quite work. He's dealing with a similar playstyle here, a passive player. He's going to be the attacker in a lot of the instances here. I'm curious to see what character he picks as well. I mean, you could play Ed or DJ into this. I think either are perfectly fine matchups for him. So we'll have to see what Fudo opts to pick here.
O
as I see
Arthurzão
them
aí,
setting
salve
up on the
Arthurzão.
stage, both of them walking out
Xiaohai
right
foi pra
now.
casa,
Losers
pois é, mano.
quarterfinals, loser of this goes home to 5th place. Winner, a
Leandro
chance
aí,
in loser
toma
semis
Xiaohai.
against Fudo.
Genuine question for you.
Xiaohai
Looking at the
caixinha.
current character roster from Mickey, I did get to talk about Angry Bird. We harped on this just a little bit. Mai is definitely on the table. We saw the Cammy a little bit ago. Ryu is also in the pocket. Do you think any of the other 2 characters that we haven't seen just yet might come into play?
I would expect Cammy first, because he just looks so
Cara,
good
o
on it.
Fudo
I'm not sure if there's
tá
something
jogando
about the
muito bem.
DJ
Ele só
matchup or something about the Ed matchup that would
olhou
make him
errado
swap.
naquela
But with how
luta.
good as Cammy looked, I kind of expect that first. And it's the same thing with Fudo. I'm not sure whether he feels more confident on DJ or with Ed in this pick, so it's really just kind of dealer's choice for both of them.
That's going to be kind of wild to see, honestly. It really, really depends on what the first opening gambit is, just based off of the character selection alone. That just tells you, man, there's a lot of diversity in the characters we had in the top 8. There's a lot going on in regards to the current meta. You're seeing a lot of the characters kind of mixing around in terms of results in these last couple of big Capcom Pro Tour events here at EVO 2025. They're getting themselves set up and ready to go. I'm so excited. If you're a Street Fighter fan right now, you have some really heavy hitters up on this stage. Mickey, for me personally, came out of nowhere, son. For me personally, man. I've only seen him like a handful of times just by name and name alone.
Yeah, and that's how you know this game has found its mark, when you're seeing players who are incredibly young having success, and players like Fudo, right, who've been playing this genre for 20 years plus, right, who's still up here on this EVO stage, still performing, having success. And it's going to be cool to see both of them up here, a clash of these 2 styles. And I think a game and a community is good when you can foster both new talent, brand new, who are interested in playing this game, who've been playing, you know, for a while himself, but is young, and players who are legacy and familiar with the game. And both of those types of styles find success in one title, showing that you can play either way from any generation and find, you know, success and wins in a game like this.
I would love to see, as Fudo's kids grow older, Street Fighter 10, Mickey in grand finals versus one of Fudo's kids.
Fudo's kid just beating him up like, this old man's got nothing on me. That's just how
That'd
it
be kind of
goes.
sick, man. But no, you were talking about like the different ranges of ages, right? The different amount of players coming in from all over the world. This really is Street Fighter 6 is in a really excellent spot in regards to their characters.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing to see about this too, right? We see the fist bump there, locked and loaded. Couple of characters available for both of them. I do see Ed versus Cammy. The crowd getting excited. The walkout, of course. Oh, they skipped it. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Come on, man.
You know what?
Damn, the booze immediately?
I agree.
That's
Boom.
harsh.
So we got our losers quarters here. Cammy versus Ed. And again, the big thing about Fudo's Ed, he plays this kind of range where he wants to flicker, that range, and then he does drive rush, light punch, right? So he uses drive rush and flicker together to make his neutral game really hard to solve. Wow. And that's something that's so tough to deal with. We'll see if Mickey has a response for both of those options. And what a bait. That is a specific bait that Ed can do. If he does drive rush, heavy punch, into charge flicker and back kill rushes, it auto baits DI, just like that. So it's a setup you see a lot of Ed players do. Double drive rush into the kill here. Level 1 for the spin. He says, loser, and he gets the kill.
Yeah? That's how he feels?
He's rude. Foreground, background, punches you out. That's a perfect.
He definitely doesn't pay for public transit in Metro City, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the trailer. The guy hopped the fence.
You see him whipping those jabs, and then he wants to go for flickers, he wants to go for drive rushes, try to make you act first, or approach with something else. I love the punish counter hit confirm on the drive rushing, the stand medium, stand heavy.
Yeah, definitely an idea for Mickey, right? Throwing out that drive rush throw early to kind of bait maybe a tech, right? Fudo not going to be falling for that this early. Maybe it'll come back even later in the games. That's a big jump in against the flicker. Mickey now getting started.
Yeah, and Fudo whiffing those jabs and then going for the flicker or not is always the question in Mickey's mind. I'm sure whiffing on that, no anti-air. And the throw bait, that should seal the deal here. Round apiece very quickly between these two.
My man did a micro step forward just in case he had that much time as he watched that Fierce get its recovery going. Standing medium punch to seal it all. Damn, what a call out against the drive rush. So close.
Kill rushes in, and the jab hits. Doesn't get a combo off it, but still very good position here for Fudo. Mickey's getting active on defense. He's trying to jump dive kick out of these throws and stuff. And the hit confirmed, that should be the kill. Easy peasy. Fudo not even drive rushing. Just ending it nice and early so we can see the speed bag and hear that squeaky shoe on this level 3.
Back-to-back perfects.
You saw the look?
I definitely did.
Fudo shot him the look like, what up, little man? You ready for that? I've been doing this a long time.
Welcome to the real world, son.
He's like, I won EVO 2 years after you were born. That is the fastest my swap I've ever seen. I didn't even see character select.
Damn, the crowd is upsetty spaghetti, I'll tell you what. They just skipped it like right off the bat. They go, Mickey is trying to get this run going with mine.
Gente, voltei.
Não
tá dormindo, não.
I think so far his style
Tô mais pra lá do que pra cá.
I tend to think that his Ed style is really, really unique.
Fui
He's the
preparar
most active, most aggressive Ed that I see most of the time. That's a punish.
A little bit rough on the execution side.
Vamos lá, deixa eu ver aqui. Vamos torcer pro Mena invocar o crioulo quanto de novo. Maker tá só o papel de sono.
Gets the knockdown off this and the pressure.
Kill rush forward.
Ah, você tá de férias, Arthurzão, aí sim.
The spark and the fireball. Back to back to back. Mickey. Kind of
o
intimidating, right? Not a
Cadê a
lot of time to
enquete?
try to open up.
Ah,
There's the OG
gente,
fan.
esqueci da enquete.
And the overhead connects. You know, at the time being, Fudo was definitely complacent with Mickey trying to waste some of that meter, right? He was forcing either to try to parry, perfect, etc. But as soon as that OD fan came out, I felt like he would have been like, okay, I'll get this opening, put you into burnout, etc. It would have been just fine. But Mickey now getting to level 1.
One hit confirm as well from Mickey into the EX Rimbu. Very nice stuff there. And a bait. It's going to be a big one. Doesn't go for any kind of level 2 combo, just level 1.
Eu tô mais pra lá do que pra cá, gente. Meu Deus.
Efficient combo choice too. He gets a lot of drive gauge back by spinning that.
Ó, o capitão tá aí também. Salve, capitão. Boa noite, mano.
And he DPs right through. Well, Fudo's got to win now or he's going to be burned.
That is a very big backdash to start from Mickey. Kaguru no Might.
Forces burnout, yeah, and Fudo's in trouble to combo off this. If he builds level 2, he can kill. He does not spend anything there, but the counter hit confirmed.
Cara, esse nick aí...
Just like that.
I was so hoping he gave him the look back. I was really hoping he's like, yeah, I'm about that.
Ai, pronto, vai pro DJ.
4 characters already in this
Tomara que
set
dê
if he locks
certo,
in
né?
this DJ.
Da última vez ele fez isso e foi campeão. Então...
My man feels the rhythm.
Sure does. Making sure the buttons are right, and I think he's going to be locking in DJ here for the swap. A little bit more control, perhaps. Heavy fireball, blow through stuff, a little bit more mobility as well, and he can get a little bit more active with his faster up close buttons. So, skipping it again.
Mickey
You heard him. They definitely don't. But one thing to note, I think one very shallow observation. Damn,
Nossa, já chegou tomando drive impact, cara, de graça.
Right out the gate from Mickey. Now the forward
Tá
throw.
parecendo o Brunão.
DJ a lot more dangerous upon wake up as well. He does have access to a true reversal, unlike Ed.
Yeah, he's a little slow, so you can mediate a lot of times. It's tough to get out of a lot of situations. Big fireballs. Fudo active here. Sweep, sway, and no bite from Mickey. Playing passive on that. Whoa.
Perfect parry into the roundhouse. Ever slight delay on the crouch medium. Damn! Always ready for the drive rush. Mickey now applying that pressure. Back roundhouse for the medium.
Mickey, irmão do Igor.
Because he got the counter in. Nice and easy.
Cara, não dá, o moleque tá atropelando. Simplesmente tá atropelando.
It's looking a lot like that Cockadoo set, right? Fudo fighting a patient
Alguém fala pra ele que é o Fudo,
que ele
tá jogando contra
so
o Fudo.
far, and again, Mickey gonna dump the level 1. Now has the enhanced fans to blow through DJ's fireballs as well.
Acho que ele não tá entendendo.
See what we can do off of this back throw. Drive rush forward. Keep control with some of the heavier normals that he has in his kit. Medium kick, very, very far away. Damn, yo, bring it back down with the air target combo. No, Mickey gets the back throw and the overhead.
Cara, eu já tomei coca.
Eu
já comi 2 pacotes salgadinhos. Tô tomando chá quente agora. O chá não resolveu, vou ter que tomar um café. É, gente, alguém avisa aí que é o Fudo. Ele não entendeu que ele tá jogando contra o Fudo.
Yo, Mickey was giving him the side eye, son. He was looking mean. I love seeing that counter hit, the crouching heavy punch, linked into the jackknife.
Chupa, Blas não é brasileiro.
You get the uppercut now from the side of Mickey.
Right in there, he's gonna get the juggle into the machine gun upper. Let's see what's gonna be left here. Throw, one hit away now if he baits something, which
Vai,
he
Fudo, eu
does,
confio.
and
Eu
that's a
acredito em
round for
você,
Fudo
Fudo.
very quickly here.
Damn.
O chat também, 60% tá acreditando no Fudo.
Just mad damage. Fudo finding his rebuttal, finding his momentum, checking the movement against Mickey, and the buttons as well. Back-to-back counter hits against the young man. And speaking of, he's not afraid to still shoot. He's got the stand jab. Kagura no Mai does get the install. Walking up, creeping just ever so slightly.
Oh, no anti there from Buddha. He is pre-committed to a parry, and so instead Mickey getting some space. The sway gets interrupted. Love that drive rush light into the heavy confirmed. Safe jump and goes for the empty throw in case there's a parry from Fudo. Nice block. Charge fan again, tightens the string up with that heavy kick in between.
Ah, já era.
Fudo does have level 3 as well, so next hit very scary for him here, and he looks for something to hit. Easy peasy from Mickey here. Gonna have to dump a little bit of bar, but that's the kill.
Quem tinha que ter feito o especial nível 3 ali, eu teria feito, né, claro, eu não sou o Fudo, mas caramba, guardou as barras pro terceiro round.
What a bait! He can burn him out as well, and that's gonna be the level 2 off that just to guarantee the burnout here.
Keeping the spring kicks, the damage,
Burnout.
the burnout, drive rush on in, the sway!
Que time lindo, hein?
Breaking
Que
the
time
shades of
foi
Mickey,
esse?
and
Nossa.
now breaking
É, ele
the
fez
guard
bem
as
ter
well.
guardado o
Drive
especial
impact
nível 3.
for the stun. Is it going to be enough into
Quem
the
não faz
level
leva o
2?
bum bum bum. Mas ele fez bem, viu, Arthurzão? Olha aí. Fez muito bem ter guardado.
Love the setup at the end, where he knows the level 1's not on deck yet. Guaranteed stun into the corner. Fudo loved the throw bait first as well. Just really methodical, perfect meter build with the target combo. Everything correct, nice and tidy.
DJ salvando
the hands are
tudo,
getting
hein?
warmed. It's the question of whether we see the Kami pick now from Mickey or not, or if he sticks it out with mine.
Give me the Ryu.
The Ryu?
Just give me the Ryu.
Everybody under 18's got a Ryu, I think.
I think
This
that's
day
true.
and age.
Yeah, I think that's true. I'll take that laugh as a yes. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Every day it's like a new person from another place has a Ryu and they're in top 8. You're like, yep, that's the GOAT right there. As he locks in the mine.
Rapaz.
Got bad news, guys. Got bad news. They're skipping it.
You tried to save the crowd from hard
Got
crit.
bad news.
They were just much faster. That's all.
They're just trying to game, man.
Oh.
Oh, he couldn't get away with the sway. He tried to go in for a late sway, but didn't work out. And that's a huge bait. Medium kick, punish counter into the heavy punch.
He'll do it again. Oh, you know, he's done it before.
Tem que usar a skin do
He's taking
careca.
those big risks back to back just to steal the momentum away, but Fudo still either way,
50-50, cê é
out of
louco.
that momentum away from Mickey, actually reducing the momentum from Mickey.
Será que tem outro? Não,
Trying
não
to be the throw,
teve.
does not find it. The counter hit timing looks
Já era.
Timing from
Primeiro round do
Mickey.
moleque.
Threading the needle yet again for back-to-back counter hits into the link into a successful match point scenario.
Oh, and the sway, he's ready for
Nossa,
it. Beautiful call out from Mickey. Gonna spend the level 1.
Boom,
Fudo down on
shakalaka.
drive gauge now, 2. Scary spot. Those charge
Já
fans.
era.
The counter hit confirmed.
Pessoal,
into
tô
the
falando um
DP.
pouco
Fudo
baixo
a
aqui,
couple of
porque
guesses
senão
away
acorda
now.
a turma, tá?
Oh my god. And a level 2 means
Aí
that
eu
Mickey
vou ter um
closes out on one
problema.
hit.
If you could find that exact
Acorda a
moment,
casa
though, Fudo
toda
has
se eu
kept it
falar alto.
pretty tight. All starting things off with that standing medium punch from up close, dash up twice. You saw counter on the screen.
É,
Mickey trying to press
esse
the button
sim,
against
hein?
that throw.
Esse sim tá vindo com
Big
força.
fireball gets the throw. No
16
EVO
anos
there from
jogando
Mickey.
desse jeito.
The throw tech means he has full drive gauge. He
Epa,
reacts
pegou?
to the overhead. He
Pegou.
thought it was a fireball, I'm pretty sure,
Vai
and
matar.
that still works. And he's gonna do the drive rush extension. It's not that he doesn't have the rhythm, it's that he's got the sauce. Fudo tying us up. Final game, final round between these two. EX fireball to match.
Checking the sway still within range.
não conseguiu
That's so
ali
dangerous,
beitar.
man. But the confidence, Mickey definitely knew it. OD jackknife, talking about dangerous, pretty risky. Now getting the sweep.
Oh, no whip punish there from Fudo as well. He's committed to the fireball. Both of them low on drive gauge now. And
Ai,
the
ai.
fireball feint.
Ai,
Fudo
ai,
gonna get the burnout
nossa,
here with the
que
level 2.
bait top que ele fez, gente. Que é isso? É, o menino não respeitou o oponente. Agora ele tá entendendo quem é o oponente dele.
he baits it. No, the jab. It was a jab and he recovers in time, but now he's got no meter. So Fudo at drive impact, scary.
Meu Deus.
Anti-air slide didn't
Meu
work.
Deus.
Fudo low now. He's
Vai
gonna be
voltar a
out
barra
of
de
Bora,
drive.
and Fudo's gonna
Voltou.
be in trouble here. Down drive gauge, that EX fireball so threatening. What a bait.
Ah,
And
já
he
era.
finds the low.
Eliminado.
Mickey with the kill, sending
Eliminado
Fudo
Fudo.
home. Just like
O Mickey
that, the
eliminou o
young
Fudo,
man
gente.
slaying EVO
Que é isso?
champions back to back.
The run of a lifetime. Absolutely unprecedented. Mickey is on fire.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, can everybody here
tá
in
acontecendo,
EVO Las
gente?
Vegas make some noise for Fudo?
Quem que é esse menino na fila do pão?
One of my favorite players in the world, a blast to watch him game as he goes down to this talented player
Cara,
on the
o moleque é
stage
frio pra
who's
caramba.
now in top 4 of Evolution, his first time here.
I'm about to burst on my head, bro. That is actually insane to watch, insane to even comprehend. Mickey
Moleque é frio
coming
pra
out
caramba,
from
gente.
almost nowhere, at least for a lot of the North American fans out there. Get well acquainted. This kid
partida.
is going to be a legend, if not already.
And just like that, there's down to 4. Over 4,000 people entered in this bracket, many of them behind us in this crowd. 4 players left. Winner's side of the bracket, we have an incredible clash of titans between Kakadu and Mena. And then in loser's side, Phenom and Mickey.
Damn, it's going by so quickly. That's just how exciting all the matches have been. I can't even think about what's coming up next with that winners finals.
It's going to be some good matches so far, of course. When we come
Vocês
back
erraram
from this
de
break,
novo.
there's going to be winners finals of Evolution, of course. You got that chance to get those emotes in there to get your burrito meter filled, and we'll catch you gamers right after this break.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken.
Propaganda, 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 propaganda. É a propaganda. Rapaz, olha essa comida aqui, Mateusão. Olha isso, cara. Meu Deus. É, gente, o negócio é o seguinte. O Blas, acho que já era. Não sei, posso estar enganado, mas acho que o Blas passou a ser alguém comum, alguém normal. Eu tô de dieta. Pera aí, deixa eu abrir o iFood. Passa o endereço aí, ô Mateusão. Blas não era não. Sei não, viu, doido? Não, eu sei. Entendo uma coisa, não tô dizendo que o Blas, quando eu falei já era, é porque assim, ele saiu daquela posição de uau, né, espetacular, na minha opinião, tá? Eu posso estar totalmente errado, tá? Eles estão acompanhando mais. Mas agora ele passou a ser alguém normal, alguém de boa, assim, comum, dentre os pró, né, claro. Não que seja ruim. Olha esse monitor doido. Ô Arthur, e aí? Vale a pena comprar um monitor desse pra jogar o Street Fighter que tá travado a 60 FPS? Ô Matheus, eu acho que isso é bem real, cara, é bem possível. Eu acho que é bem possível. Efeito Blast, moleque. No máximo vai pegar autógrafo do Kakeru.
Even outside of the game, they know how to put
O doido não tá botando fé no moleque, não.
Right? This has been a very
A vantagem de ser mais desconhecido é que não sabem muito o estilo dele. Sim, concordo. Falaram isso no grupo, é pura verdade. Agora, Mena RD.
Phenom taking down Shanghai 3-2, back-to-back, really close sets as well. Fudo
Ou vai ser a losers final?
short to an ever-impressive Mickey, which sets us up nicely for losers semifinals between Phenom and Mickey.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, of course. These winners finals, this has been, by the way, an evolution final before. When Mena won his very first EVO Japan, it was Blanca versus JP against Kakadu. And now you see them coming up to the stage here. The perfect Perry Prince himself, Kakadu, strutting to the stage to have his face-off against Mena RD, the two-time Evolution Japan back-to-back champion in our winners finals.
This guy has been farming aura since he's come onto the stage. I'll tell you what, in his previous career with Street Fighter V, he had made a huge splash. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's getting ready. He's already in place. Menardi's not even on the stage yet, and he's already aura farming. Are you kidding me?
He's waiting for him to walk out, of course. And you need a worthy challenger.
Olha lá, o iFood. Olha o iFood doido. Ô, Mateusão, só pediu iFood, ele entrega.
He's not even looking in his direction. He's not even acknowledging the fact that he's waiting for him on the stage.
Olha lá. Que figura, mano.
Two of the most bad men on the planet in Street Fighter 6, and Kakadu says, you want to beat me in Japan? I'll come to North America and do the job myself.
Esse gordo é da hora, né? Esse gordo é muito mala, mano. E ele é bonzinho pra caramba, né, gente? Vocês viram ele lá no Japão, lá com o Tokido?
Finals, and I'm sure we're going to see the match of JP.
Olha, ele trouxe cofrinho pra pôr na mesa.
Kakadu, where that amnesia got baited, and he got the job done there as we see these two staring each other down, not only in real life, but in the game very quickly here for our Street Fighter 6 winners finals here at EVO.
This is going to be the ultimate
Esse gordo é da hora.
For these two competitors. I'll tell you what, man, again, a lot of history we kind of preface it with. A lot of
abacate com
effort and
limão.
practice when it comes to learning these matchups, Blanca versus JP, but it really depends on who's got the most heart, right? You could talk about character matches on paper all day,
que mala.
but it comes down to making the proper reads, which you feel is right.
Pegando Red Bull, ó.
Both of these players are very much so capable of that. We'll see how it goes.
Cracking open a cold one. Ready to throw down on the stage. Damn,
fazendo propaganda lá.
My man was shadow boxing
Bom marqueteiro, cara, hein?
Bom marqueteiro. Those are the ghosts he's swinging on.
Aquilo no pescoço dele, vocês estão vendo aí, é um adaptador, não é? Aquilo ali no pescoço do Mena, acho que é um adaptador, gente. Vocês repararam?
I know he's been sharp looking for this all the time, and an EVO win. He has such a decorated history with this game, right? But an EVO win here in Vegas would be a big one for him.
Just seeing these two. Oh, I definitely heard Kaba.
Yeah.
I definitely heard Kaba.
I learned scratch in Spanish because of that. What? Yeah, he said it, and I don't remember it now, but I learned it when we were at EVO Japan, because I was like, what is that word he's saying? And Yaib said, oh, that's scratch him.
I see. I actually got to know. I mean, we're pretty torn in regards to like who we think is going to win.
Oxi.
Crowd, who likes Kakudo to take down this set?
Ele tava
I'm
sem
kind of
controle?
curious. Pretty sizable. Now, who here likes Mena RD? Jeez.
The venue erupts.
Tá, ele tá
That's the
focado.
problem with dealing
Ele
with
tá
this Mena
focado
guy. They
mesmo.
cheer for him here. They
Ele não
cheer
entrou
for
na
him in the
brincadeira,
Dominican
não.
Republic. They cheer for him in Japan. He goes up on the stage there.
That's true.
He's got fans all over the world. So no matter where you are, I think he's the hometown favorite.
Two regions with some of the finest talent. This is the clash, the ultimate clash right here for all the Dominican Republic fans. Kelo K!
And here it goes, our winners finals of EVO getting set on the stage. Mena versus Kakadu, a repeat of an EVO finals we've had before. And we're going to see how this starts off. I expect the character picks to not be surprising. And the big question is, how does Mena make his way in? How does he make it happen? Because he's dealing with a pretty devious foe who's capable of stuffing every approach. Here we go, guys.
E agora,
Winners
Blanca, vamos lá.
finals here at EVO.
Vou torcer pro Mena.
For the right space here to even try to press the button. Mena RD swinging first with that
Vamos
roundhouse.
nessa,
Now
Mena,
punch
vamos
countering
nessa.
With that medium punch against Kakaru, but slowly encroaching on that space.
Boa.
RD. The slide in reaction to the ghost.
Bro, he is fighting those ghosts. I saw that gif on Twitter. He's fighting those ghosts. He's ready for it.
Oh, the up ball immediately as it should be. Overhead,
Whiff on the
just
overhead,
barely
whiff on the
whiffing.
parry.
That is beautifully done from Mena RD, capitalizing on that exact mistake.
Mena just plays it slow despite the lead.
Oh, and
Já
again,
era,
so
matou.
deceptive on the hitbox with that crouching medium punch.
Matou.
It's one of his better counter-poking normals to get things started and get things rocking. And again,
Parece o Shrek.
Wanda, it's so
Parece
deceptive.
mesmo.
Crouching heavy punch is mad far. The back heavy punch also insanely deceptive in hitbox. It's so difficult. Kakaru though, managing to walk forward with the double departure, backing him up.
Nah, trying to surprise him with the X-ball. I like that as well. Kakaru, he kind of walked in and pressed more normals. So I think that he's making an adjustment that he needs to pull up first against Mena, and that's why he's looking preemptive. It's going to be drive gauge strip here. This level 2, scary thing to deal with the ball. He parries it on reaction too. None. This level 2 is not counted for much yet so far. It's going to be the tail end here.
Still not a lot of drive gauge. Taken away from Kakaru. Actually reacting to the down ball to reset.
Yeah, he taps parry and then sees that he's going to whiff and goes for the drive rush forward. Shaking his booty on the main stage. No parry connection means Mena low on drive gauge.
And the punish counter continuing on
Nossa.
with the spiked portal.
Oh my god, that's $1 million combo if I've ever seen one. This Kakaru guy
Perfect.
is really proficient. That hit confirm had no business killing.
Morre, velho, brocha.
And that was like a 40-second perfect.
Jesus.
Essa
Gotta be a
foi
world
boa.
record somewhere.
Leaving it out. Mena being a little bit more active, and look at Kakaru trying to be fancy with the air approach.
We haven't really seen tower crouching from Mena RD, trying to bait out something perhaps.
Pulling up. I like the forward medium kick again, trying to catch Kakaru with some kind of load there. Ready with the anti-air, double portals out, and Mena's got to put the brakes on, wait it out.
The parry. Departure for the teleport. Didn't really get much out of that.
Jogado do
This is where
Kakaru
Mena
ali.
cooks. His offense is excellent.
Muito bom.
And he goes for the jump out. Air ball. And he hits the button after he's got level 2 available.
I can't believe that was a counter hit.
Kakaru's a couple of bad guesses away here. Another throw, and does he amnesia or not is the question. Doesn't go for it, but the empty jump to bait the anti-air. Mena ready for every interaction.
Peitou legal ali agora.
Three
Olha o
solid
hitbox do
reads
Kakaru, cara.
back to back in the first game.
Focado.
Do you think he has to be a little bit more active, at least in closer ranges, right? I do like medium kick as a possible option to maybe poke Mena RD, but he tried to dash up, got greeted with a fierce instead.
Yeah, Mena's good about putting out preemptive buttons and then surprising you with his own
Ô,
approach.
louco, o Evandro tá acordado ainda,
Evandro.
Evandro.
When it's time to go. And I
Que
think that's
trampo,
a unique
mano.
skill that you can't really learn anywhere. You can't feel it out. You just have to know. And there's the tech throw afterwards. Corner pressure now. Kakaru got to make some guesses. Does not commit to a reversal. He has not amnesia yet.
Oh, just barely out of range from the air ball. Kakaru getting the first big opener of this round.
Mena just waiting it out. Doesn't even parry. EX ball not in time. Wow, perfect parry on the departure even. And he tried to empty jump that anti-air again. I like that option, but ball gets punished by that departure he left behind.
Set up the portal, hang back just a little bit. Then RD forced to respect it.
Drive rush light kick after seeing if there's a check from Kakaru. Rainbow ball shallow. He's just buying time in the hop forward. No response.
Maybe he feels like he's going to be overextending if he did, right? Mena RD, he might be able to blitz punish after all. Oh, what a pickup from the anti-air.
Yeah.
He goes finish the job with the OD.
Yeah, now Mena knows that
Kakaru.
he might be able to bait out that crouching heavy more and
O
more.
homem a ser parado.
Time. Gonna take the corner push off of this as well. Ball in, back, forward, sets up the doll. That's big.
Very delayed low medium kick too on the counter hit.
Oh, the delay on that, and he gets the rainbow after he can set out another doll here. Oh, Kakaru in a bad spot. The delay timing.
Possibly cut the jump. Little fella, get out again. Electricity, perfect
O
parry.
pior
He's there,
estava
though.
no treino de Kemi fazendo 50 shot para a esquerda e 50 para a direita, porque o M treina também. Aí sabe, mano.
Wake up jump from Mena to get out of there.
Muito bom, Ivan.
He's
Muito
looking
bom.
for the level 1. That's the question here. The hop and the level 1 is not the threat.
Enquanto
The
isso,
throw.
olha o
It
Mena
doesn't
aí,
kill, and he gets the
garantindo esse
wrong
round.
input. I'm pretty sure he wanted the
Caramba.
anti-air and he got the sweep. So now Mena threatening a 2-game lead.
Kakeru jogando de longe, ele é massa. Mena só ganha no canto.
Oh my god, the drive rush immediately into the low medium kick. Lightning Beast yet again. Give me the back and forth. Give me little man.
Ó a sujeira.
Out there too is a strike or throw. Does the doll get ignited or is it another one? He pops it early. And there's another throw. This overwhelming offense from Mena does not respect Amnesia, and it hasn't come out yet, so it doesn't matter. He gets another one, and Kakeru is stuck.
Já era.
He's got nowhere
Caramba,
to go.
mano, que gol
just
safado.
dismantles him in the corner with read after read and no fear of the Amnesia.
A cara do
That
malandro.
is a real statement, Sage.
Olha a
We
cara
have
do
not seen it
malandro.
once out of the 2 times we've seen Kakeru on stage so far.
I got a bad feeling the first time he does it, it's gonna get baited. What an airball, the delay tech on that. No Amnesia again. Oh, minus frames there. Wow, he had a heavy kick after blocking that light too.
Ooh.
Dude, Kakeru he's not playing the video game right now. It's all Mena. He's having some real problems here. He baits the throw.
That is huge.
Rainbow, no, he sweep
Ô,
first.
ô Evandro, olha o gordo dando trabalho, ó.
Here, up ball, pressure he's got to deal with. He baits the Amnesia,
Olha lá.
and it's all coming up Mena RD as he's trying to lock his place in winner side grand finals.
Só joga no
Devious
canto.
man, brother. I'll tell you what.
Sim, o Matheusão, ele... É que o Blanca no corner é muito forte, né, cara?
Electricity does get punished.
The real question is the next knockdown, does he do it again? A question haunting both their minds, I'm sure.
Oh, drive rush into the roundhouse. Great activation into the Lightning Beast coming in from the electricity now. Trying to catch maybe a walk back into the delayed low medium kick. The pressure's still on because of the burnout. It's gonna be a
Vai
pretty huge
mandar o velho
factor.
pra loser.
Jumping out of the corner is Kakeru getting a punish counter.
Off the jump out, no combo from
É só ele
Kakeru, though.
ganhar essa luta.
It's a big one. Air ball. But he went for the
Ai,
parry, expecting a
caramba.
rebuttal.
And out of burnout. Into, wait a minute.
He tried, and wow, what a pickup on that. The low tap into the heavy punch as Kakeru stays alive here.
Had me a little bit nervous. I'm like, wait, is that spike gonna be coming out since he whipped that roundhouse? That jump roundhouse at that? Double spike down below.
That's a lot of drive gauge for Kakeru to spend, too.
Below the threshold for a drive rush. Cancel off of normal, that is for sure.
Whip. And that's a big whip punish. Kakeru taking the corner off this. He has level 2, level 3. Doesn't spend any meter so far. He just takes the space.
This creates so much of it off of that portal.
Oh, big whip.
Neutral jump.
Ixi,
Great
nossa,
anticipation
especial
for the
nível
forward
3.
medium.
Já era.
Kakeru, you gotta spend it into the level 3.
Huge damage and a lot of drive gauge. Not the burnout though. Mena with one more chance. The slide. Oh my god, he pops to level 2.
Nossa.
No counter hit, nothing, just raw fierce. The mix is gonna be coming soon. Lightning Beast still active.
Oh, he baits it. Oh my god. He's a couple
Baitou
of hits
legal
away.
agora.
Mena with a chance. Tries to bait something.
Olha
Kakeru
como
does
esse
not
gordo é
bite.
perigoso, cara.
But Mena might. Oh my god, plus frames. Forward hitting bunch space. Down he goes for the hop. He committed. Kakeru, the drop. What a chance now for Mena. He goes for the
Não,
command
não
grab.
acredito.
The punish counter for the kill. He's
Meu
right all
Deus
along
do
as he
céu. Eu
marches
não
to
posso
winner side
gritar,
grand
cara.
finals here at EVO.
Eu não posso falar alto, mano, mas o cara jogou muito, velho. Você é louco.
The man of pure heart. One of the smartest minds
Caramba,
in
mano.
the fighting game business.
And you saw when Kakeru played earlier on this stage, it looked like you couldn't play
Aí
the
o
game.
brabo aí, ó.
And he fights Mena, and he can do no right. He's just struggling to make any part of the screen look like it's his. And instead, Mena just marching him down, all kinds of offense, overwhelming, and there's just so little chance for him to play the normal kind of JP game we see him establish against world-class
Como
players all the
dropou.
time.
Absolutely insane too. Just the ranges he was at, just the very last second. I still couldn't even wrap my mind about it. I
Cara.
genuinely almost threw the headset. I grabbed the headset. I'm like, he was 1 out of range.
Agora vai
2,
ser
he
Mickey
got the
e
command
quem?
grab. Like who even anticipates that?
Yeah, and the lack of amnesia, right? He just didn't go for it the whole time. And that mind game, that one thing you got to worry about the whole time, the first time he goes for it, it gets baited.
Vamos lá.
It's a heartbreaker.
Mickey
and it
e
sends Kakeru
Phenom.
down to loser's bracket. He's going to be fighting the winner of 2 hungry players down in our loser's
Enquanto
line.
isso, o Mena já tá na
Phenom, who
final.
had that loss earlier to Mena as well.
Esperando o
And
resultado de
Mickey, who's
Kakeru
just defeating EVO champions back
com
to back,
o vencedor
put himself
de
in
Phenom
top
e Mickey.
4 of Evolution.
I can't believe it, right? So many different ways.
Mickey de
to get
Hong Kong.
Such an established storyline, right? Phenom, we haven't really been able to see him get into a very, very I want to say like high placing event just yet outside of the World Warrior Series. Mickey coming up in his very, very first offline event, it being EVO as well,
o
just
gordo é
within
fogo,
top
cara.
4.
O
This is
gordo é
going to be
fogo.
so intense.
O gordo é fogo.
Then they have to face off against Kakeru? Are you serious?
And how is he doing? How's
O gordo é
Kakeru feeling after
terrível.
that loss we just saw? Is he going to rebound very quickly here, be full power again, ready for the next competitor, or is that just haunting in his mind and going to be a problem? That's the question we have to ask ourselves when we get to that losers finals.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to call right now. But Phenom versus Mickey, this one's going to be a blast for sure. Is it going to be the Cammy mirror match, actually? Phenom and Mickey?
Could be. It depends on whether Mickey wants to run that as well, right? Whether he's comfortable in the mirror, he wants to play mindset or something like that. And the thing we have to wonder, too, is who's going to be the aggressor? They've been so passive so far, both of them, right? Not being very committal. So it could just be a standoff between them two, or one of them might turn on the heat.
As aggressive as both of those characters are, we've seen that exact play style throughout the entirety of our top 8 from both of them thus far. So we'll see. I want to honestly say that if Phenom, being the current veteran that he
doido,
is, right, he's
o
had a
velho
little
tá
bit more
vivo.
mileage
Tudo
around
bem,
the world in
mas
terms
se o
of the
velho for
competition, but
lutar
I
com o
wonder
Mena de
if
novo,
he truly will be the aggressor. But we have a little
cara,
bit
a
of time
vitória
to
do Mena
consider that,
foi
right?
muito convincente, né?
Of course,
3 a
that
0.
meter's up there for all of you at home.
Não sei
Try to
não,
get it. We're
se
gonna
o
take a short
Mena
break,
enfrentar
get
o
something squared
Kakeru de
away,
novo,
and
ele vai
be
ser
back
campeão.
with more Street Fighter 6 in just a little bit.
Mais propaganda? Quantas propagandas?
Look, who's hungry? We're going to Chipotle. I need people on the bus now.
Mais propagandas, mais propaganda. Rapaz, eu tô pra lá de Bagdá. Eu tô pra lá de Dubai. E ainda falta quantas lutas? 2, né? 3, né? Com essa que vai acontecer agora. Gente, eu vou no banheiro. Já volto. Eu vou deixar até na tela lá do torneio.
All right, Jay, you ready for this block? You already know. I feel like we've been killing it lately, and everyone's been loving it, but we gotta let the people know where we're gonna be at. Let's just do the meme real fast. You know, my heart meme, get the engagements and everything like that. Yipes. So, you understand me. It's not about the engagement. I'm just always thirsty for a drink, especially for this White Claw Zero Proof.
Yeah, but that was corny as hell. But I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm thirsty.
Welcome back, everybody, of course, to Evolution 2025. Great news for all of you. We have top 3 of this bracket coming up. 3 gamers left after this, and there's a spot for Capcom Cup in our next match.
Ooh, that actually, I didn't even get to think about it. I was so enthralled by all the matches, I totally forgot about that, genuinely.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, of course. We also have a code for all of you at home for your Chipotle needs. If you haven't eaten yet at this late hour, HZD828 to 888-222 to get your free Chipotle burrito. If you get one in the crowd, look at everybody, phones down, trying to get that code. Got to get that right now. Text that over, of course, to try to get the free entree. You got it, wave your hand. If you win a free code, wave your hand out there. Girl.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that was all of you guys filling up that burrito meter to get this free entree. Again, HCD 828 to 888 222. Man, I don't even know where my phone's at. I want to claim that.
Yeah, free food, video games. It's a good Sunday, of course, here at Evolution. Time for our loser semis. Capcom Cup qualification on the line, of course. Phenom versus Mickey for that spot. And then a chance at an EVO championship.
Oh my God, this is there's a lot to really take in, really. Like, I couldn't even fully recover after the Men RD Kakadu match. There was just so much at stake in regards to like the storyline, the rivalries that they've had these last couple of events. But this is so prime. Phenom versus Mickey. This is a time, especially for Phenom, who hasn't had much of a hot streak, at least the last couple of years, which is kind of funny to say too, because he's been super consistent, getting into Capcom Cup multiple times over, whether it's in the singles division, whether it's in Street Fighter League as well, being the #1 team over in Street Fighter League EU, right? So it would be kind of a wild twist to see him take down back-to-back players and possibly put himself in the grand finals. Who knows?
And a big deal, too, because we have a lot of CPT season left to chew through. And if you're from one of these regions, you're just begging, please, you get the slot so you can open up enough for me,
Yeah.
right? Please, if you
100%.
win, our region gets another one here as we have the Moose Phenom up on the stage versus Mickey. Top 4 of our bracket. After this, only 3 will remain. And we got that tough road ahead. Kakadu waiting for the winner of this. Mena waiting for whoever manages to get through. All of these great players left for this tournament. The crowd gets hype here for Mickey, the young man from across the world, his first EVO stage. And after seeing this play, probably not his last.
And the first smile we've seen on him on stream, genuinely.
Yeah, the
crowd,
Mickey chat.
That's actually kind of wild too.
You love to hear it here, of course. And Phenom's like, man, why am I the guy stuck against this young kid who's so good? Everybody's cheering for him.
To be fair, Phenom was definitely one of the young bucks doing the same exact thing back in Street Fighter V.
That's true. And despite his consistent results and performances and stuff, he's not a player you hear talked about so much because he just hides in the snow back home. Just sits there.
To be fair, I
hangs
don't think
out.
he has a choice, man.
Yeah, that's true. He just sits back at home, chilling, vibing.
Chá já foi
qualifying for
embora.
Capcom Cup every single year. Very consistent player.
Salgadinho não vou
We got
pegar
our
mais não.
losers semis here at EVO. And I'm curious to see, yeah, is there going to be Cammy Mirror? Are we going to see a Mai on the side of Mickey? Is there going to be another character as well? He's bringing out the box. Look at
A Coca também não vou tomar mais não.
He's like, what's all that for, bro? I'm not looking.
Agora eu tô
I'm
no
not
doce de
looking. He's like, I
abóbora.
don't even know what you're doing. Unpacking his school lunch. Just got to make sure. Now he's going back.
Before he leaves in the fight, don't forget your wire.
Olha lá, olha lá,
of course,
olha lá,
the
vocês viram isso?
Under the Quan box. What's he got there?
It's surgically attached to his elbows. You can't see it. There's like micro wiring, but as soon as the game is on or the cameras are off, it just connects to him.
Yeah, he's locked in, tapped in. Phenom's like, bro, I am not looking. I am playing the game, brother.
You don't even need the box, right? He's just gonna stay glued to the screen.
Yeah.
And then he looks down.
Trying to copy his homework over there.
Possibly. Give him the wrong answer is intentional. So this is the question that we kind of ask ourselves. Who's going to be the aggressor
Mano,
here?
e pior
Is
que
Cammy
eles
Mirror
olham
match
mesmo
happens?
pro
But also,
controle do
just
cara,
the
ó,
way
tá
that these two have
vendo?
been playing in general,
O Mickey, ele
that's
fica
still gonna
olhando
be
pro
the
controle
main
do cara.
underlying question. Like, who's going to be the one to strike first?
Do
Who
Phenom.
close the gap first?
Yeah, that's what we have to see here too. And Phenom, I think he's very versatile, very flexible. He can play whatever way he wants to play. So I'm curious to see how that goes. He's got 4,000 buttons under the box.
I think minimum, yeah.
He's got a lot of buttons over there. That's a Sapphire.
Which one brings the Chipotle?
The code from earlier, that's the one you hit the emergency.
He inputted into the stick?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Concordo com você, Evandro.
The stage is real pretty, I can't lie.
Concordo, mano.
We are getting ourselves
Bro,
ready.
that look, why is he giving him that look?
Why is he at that angle? He's so far away.
I think,
That's like the perfect angle to look down at Phenom's hand.
Yeah.
Right? Where's Phenom's box?
Yo, Phenom needs a box ASAP. Where's the Metal Gear Solid box? I need that real quick.
Oh. The choice is there. So there was a little bit of a tease too. So Mickey was actually looking over and smiling at Phenom. He looked back at him because of the fact that Mai was the first selection from Phenom's side.
Yeah. Is it a blind pick? Are we getting that on the stage here?
Oh, we definitely will.
It might be. Are they fighting for the color? Is that the other question? Blue versus pink? Who gets the main character color? You know the minute that Costume 4 gets unlocked, no Cammy player will pick any other outfit. That's for sure.
I think that's true. I think that's true. Listen, when it does come out, claim your color first. That's a real thing in the FTC. That's a real thing in fighting games. You have to claim your color first. If you ever go into like a mirror match and somebody's like, no, that's my color, it's like, fight me for it.
Ué,
Bro, those
Cammy,
Costume
Cammy.
4s were cheeked up. I'm talking about Luke and Jamie. It was wild up there, that's for sure. As we get into our
Vamos ver
match
quem é
here,
a Cammy
loser
mais
semis.
poderosa.
of Evolution. And again, two very patient players, very passive. Curious to see who's down to be the aggressor, who's going to wait it out, and whether that steam from Mickey earlier is still firing. First good hit goes to Phenom here as he takes the corner.
What happens after the throw, though? Nothing too explosive. Nothing too explosive right from the side of Phenom. Still trying to
Caramba, a galera toda apostando no Mickey.
What he's got going on here? Phenom so passive with the whip punish from Mickey there. So tapping him. It's going to be a lot of footsies, little single hits and hit confirms. Patient play between the two of them. All the stuff everybody on Twitter says they love.
Pretty high success rate thus far for the low medium kick from Phenom. I tried to hold back on that one. Sorry.
We all love it when it's footsies. Oh, that's a big one. No side swap or anything, but now there's the back throw. Mickey working on this drive gauge shoot. No drive rush cancel because he didn't want to get burnt out.
Should be the time to drive for Mickey.
One hit away now. Oh!
No way! Phenom absolutely ready for it. You gotta take a risk that early. Nobody blames him for that one.
Thought he was that old. He tried to sneak it by him. Phenom, buffering that jab really helps. It gives him the slowdown to get the cancel, which makes it a lot easier. Wow, delay timing on that. Catching Phenom with delayed tech or buttons. Now Mickey with the corner here, front throw. Oh, what a bait. And he walks back, double rush, the perfect Mickey with all kinds of offense there, making it happen. And Phenom worked so hard for that first round, and then just got beat up right after.
I'm surprised Mickey didn't even panic. And that exact option to escape from Phenom. Perfect parry, smack him in the face with a fierce, drops the combo!
Huge drop. He would have the corner, offense, everything. Now instead, Phenom with a chance to game. That walk-up jab. No anti-air, but he does get the check after the dive kick.
Oh. Back-to-back fierces. Chunks of damage on the drive gauge, by the way. And hit on the cross-up. That might have been intentional from the side of Mickey.
And now he's got the corner instead because of it. Level 3 available, locked and loaded. No anti-air. Not even a back medium punch from Phenom, and now he's in trouble. No anti-air again.
Jesus! You're definitely within range for an uppercut.
One hit game. Both of them locked and loaded on meter here.
Eu acho que aqui ele vai ganhar. Certeza. Tenho certeza.
Phenom didn't fight. He had the counter hit. No confirm. The wake-up DI!
Oh my god!
Whoa. He walked all the way in. The surprise!
No shot! He was treading such dangerous waters, but he was actually the shark at the very end. The hooligan command grab. Damn! Not dead yet!
Chip a threat. The dive kick, and Phenom was looking for the check on the approach as well. Game 1, Mickey just like that. And we get a rematch very quickly from the side of Phenom. Harassing. And then you see the tap parry. He thought Phenom would hit the heavy kick back.
Auto measuring coming in from the side of Mickey. No big conversion off of the OD dive kick. And now spinning around with the roundhouse. Rebuttaling with a dive kick of his own. Well spaced. Very deep.
That spacing was absurd. Wow. And he's in time with a safe jab. That's going to be a big punish. This time the throw. That's a big turnaround. You can feel the momentum slipping away from Mickey a bit on that one.
Or so we think. There's a roundhouse. Yeah, slight walk up. There was a counter hit attempt from the side of Mickey. Grab just a little bit faster.
Wow.
That was sick.
Medium kick just beating it. And there's a punish. Wow, I'm surprised that even reached from Mickey. Tech on the throw. Builds Phenom back that drive gauge.
Oh, exchange of blows.
Side swap. Corner pressure.
There's the counter hit conversion Phenom was looking for off of that crouching jab. What's the pressure sequence going to be like? Tech throw. Mickey, how do you contest against it? Another one. Is he going to hang back? Important throw escape. Perfect parry on the dive kick.
Side swap too. And there's the hit. Easy peasy kill on this one. Into the level 3. Gotta watch that cinematic as Phenom ties up our set in a scrappy loser semi so far.
Empatou.
It's so difficult to even try to gauge what the other person is going to go for, right? Mickey setting the precedence with a lot of medium kicks in that particular game. Roundhouse as well. Phenom not budging at all off of some of these tactics, but now he's the one that kind of initiate with his own medium kick. The dive kick does connect. A couple of lights to get that link.
Oh, a little too far with the counter here. Confirm off the jab. So Phenom just backs it up. Wow, that was ambiguous. 3 out of 4?
Hello?
Mix.
Heavies back to back. Dude, so much damage on the drive gauge. Phenom also can't get a single hit conversion. No drive rush canceled on the board for him. Mickey, now is the time for him to rock.
Yeah, I like the throw too, just in case there's a tap parry on a wake up. Although Phenom's out of there with the dive kick on a wake up. Whoa, whoa.
Sick.
He's one hit away. Mickey just blocks and needs to throw. He needs one more solid hit to clean this one up, and the DI. No one's home with the super cancel, so round on the board for Mickey.
Had no other choice. Was already in the stands with a crouching medium punch. Had no time to parry at all, obviously. The super, just not gonna happen. Mickey now with a throw.
No DPOS there from Phenom as well, so that's a sign for Mickey.
Ooh.
Bro, he is beating up Phenom's drive gauge, and there's a tap parry because of it.
Another throw. Phenom. Just setting the pace. Low medium kick exposure. Yet again. Throw.
Simple stuff from Phenom on offense. Oh, missed time. Burns himself out as well. That's expensive, and I love the reset.
Beautiful.
Uh-oh, Phenom in trouble. Out of range, though. He doesn't spend a level 3 either. So now Mickey has CA. Oh, he went for the hooligan.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a juggle, and he neutral jumps. Reading the throw against Mickey.
And the way Phenom played that in burnout. Look at the confidence on the walk-up dive kick as well.
É difícil,
He
hein?
finds the hit. Back heavy kick for the confirm. Bad spot for Mickey now. A lot of tick throws. He saw Mickey do a parry on double jab earlier, so I think that's maybe in his mind. Blocks it correctly. Another throw.
Jeez. Phenom playing it nice and cool. Had to go for the OD uppercut.
He backs it up. He's got time on the board, 76 seconds. Although, this is a chance for Mickey now. Whoever spends level 3 first is going to be forcing burnout. He's just attacking the drive gauge.
That's totally fine. He has CA to back it too. He gets a single opener. Oh my God. Burnout has occurred. You thought you could get a DI. Phenom with the back throw and rebuttal. Is he going to use the estate to back away? No, he's trying to press the issue. Dive kick coming in from Mickey. Phenom now backing away. He's also got level 3.
What a jump. Another one. He's not anti-airing. He recognized a third one. Why not take advantage? The veteran's mindset. He just sees the weakness and he attacks it 4 times in a row.
I mean, this is the same guy we've seen command grab Daigo like how many times? 5 or 6 times in a row? He'll keep going to the well if you're not reacting.
Why you gotta bring that one up, huh?
Sorry, Daigo.
That's an old wound.
I'm so sorry.
Nah, but it's right. I mean, when Phenom saw it, he's like, okay, it's time. You're not ready for it. I'm gonna do it back to back to back.
Oof. I can't see this far. I'm just gonna be backing away a little bit. Okay. Trying to hit a straight with that sweep.
What a hit confirm. A little shy, though, on the conversion from Mickey.
Rapaz do céu. Mickey tomou 3 jumping. Cadê o DP? Pois é.
Finally getting the dive kick to pay off to avoid the throw, and guess what? He's rewarded.
Caramba, não parava de bater, mano. Vocês viram?
Fancy stuff there. The spin knuckle extension, something that Cammy has now. It's really cool that she can get a lot of damage off of, and the whip punish. And Phenom just, he's ready on time. You know, he sees the whiff, walks in, finds a crouching medium kick on the walk back.
Oof! Yet again, reading the throw against Phenom.
Whoa. A laid back throw, and he gets counter hit thrown for it, and Phenom's first again.
Still going to that well, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna keep throwing him, I think. Yeah, I mean, he just recognized it's time. There it is. Another throw attempt. Mickey out of there. 1 hit round, though. They both have so much meter. Nice whip punish, and he should be able to kill without any resources here. Set point to Phenom.
What an advantageous state to be in. Having 3 bars. Starting things off here. Very aggressive. Throw yet again is the answer. Mickey backing away ever so slightly.
Oh man, he's done so many throws. This shimmy about to hit. You could
Yeah,
feel.
you think so?
Yeah, you could feel that that's the option that Phenom wants to look for late in the game. What a reaction on the drive rush.
Good call out. There it is. Another throw. Mickey tried to attempt with the button this time. You saw it.
Yeah, I think he's got to attack. The drive gauge is low. And you can feel the threat from Mickey, and another throw from Phenom.
He's turning Cammy into a grappler before our very eyes.
There's the anti-air. Went for the hooligan, the delay on it. And now it's his turn to mix. Jump back.
My!
Scary. And an air-to-air looks good. He has the extension off of this. Lots of drive gauge to cook with. He has the level 1 at the end for the kill. The DP hits enough. Mickey is tired of his tricks, tying up the set.
He didn't even need the level 1. He was calculated all the way through as soon as he got that hit. And this has been the big question now. How is he going to switch up while the throws have been so effective with Phenom?
Yeah, and Phenom, you know, he's going back to the well. He's being tricky, stuff that he's done a million times before. Instead, we'll have to see if he can go back to the well, be a little solid here, and get the job done against Mickey. Is it a throw or not? Is the guy? He's done so many. And there's a jab into the throw first. Mickey was holding up, I think, to try to get out of it.
Oh, now switching it up slightly, right? You saw the tick throw into the crouching heavy punch, then
God.
back into the mix. You know, Phenom, just keep going for it. There's another big answer from the side of Mickey. But he has to keep guessing, though.
He won't tech, brother. Like, he's just not down. He's dive kicking or he's going to block.
In the final game, he might be paying for it with his tournament life.
Ooh, a little high on the dive kick. There's a punish from Mickey. Punish counter light into the heavy. Ooh.
Damn, that's mad high.
Burnout, too. Oh, the DI no-go there. He's got drive rush for the extension. Should be able to double drive rush. Get the kill without any meter. Nicely done. Set point here for Mickey.
What a turnaround. We thought it was going to be the problem with the throws coming in from Phenom yet again, but he's found a pretty proper rebuttal.
Wow.
And now it's Phenom actually getting baited, throwing out.
Lands here, though, from Mickey. Tex, he builds a bar. Ooh, Walker there, finding the hit with the heavy kick. Another one. And Mickey's getting close here. He's 2 hits away. So throw, he's taking space. And what a DI!
Call out!
Já era.
Phenom tried to react! This is going to be so dangerous.
Frio e calculista.
Mickey at full life. Pretty healthy on the drive gauge. No way!
Check. Phenom had to respect the DP because it would have killed him. He's going to burn himself out soon. The dive kick, not punish. Another dive kick.
And a throw. Phenom can't do a drive rush cancel unless it kills.
Ooh, but Mickey can. He's got the drive.
Caramba, o cara pula à vontade nele, ele não faz nada.
Oh my god. Drive rush is in. There's another throw. He's got level 3 though.
Single hit territory for Phenom.
Oh my god, burns. No anti-air. No anti-air again. Phenom just blocking it out. The air there, and it's a no-go. Mickey moving on in this path over EVO champions and veterans alike, as he has a couple of sets away from a potential EVO championship. That young man gets the dub on stage, and he's got nowhere to go because we have our losers finals and then grand finals here to see if he can make it all the way.
The crowd absolutely
Não acho.
already on to the stage.
Cara, já não acho mais nada. O moleque tá
is
jogando
trying
muito.
to get a piece of that action. He just wants to go back into the
Não
seat
dá pra
against
achar nada
NRD.
mais.
He doesn't give a damn about anything else.
Bro, he spawned like a
game.
Pokemon trainer. He just walked at him. He just do. He just like appeared, ran on the stage, and was just like, "I'm challenging you."
Whew.
That's gonna be a good one here, of course. And man, if you're Mickey,
Pois é.
a nail biter of
Não
a
tem
set, scrapping
antiaéreo
for your life in this
e tá
in this
voando.
one where you can play defense, you can play offense, it's back and forth. Now he has to chase, right? He's dealing with Kakadu. He's gonna have to be the one to go in there and make this happen. So very curious about this one. And Kakadu, how is his mind palace? How is he feeling after that loss earlier? Is he going to recompose and be okay, or is it going to be a harsh loss that really sets the tone for this losers finals match for him?
Kind of difficult to gauge right now, but I'll tell you what.
Pula nele,
going up against
Kakeru.
Bora, Mickey, he's got to be feeling so confident making this run of a lifetime. And also the big adaptations against Phenom's offensive sequences, right? I mean, like, it was rather intimidating with all the throws that have
Só
been
tem mais
pretty much
duas lutas,
presented. Even
ô Mateusão.
refusing to uppercut some of the
Essa
big
e a
jump
final
ins
agora.
that Phenom was trying to catch, but paid off dividends, clutching 3-2. Damn, this is actually the most hotly contested set in the loser side that we've seen in a lot of the CPT events this far.
Yeah, it's been really
3 horas da
last few
manhã,
matches,
doido.
We've seen a lot of 3-2 action besides that dominant performance from Kakadu.
Pois é, mano.
You know, of course, we saw our replays, and they're just going to jump
Aí,
into it
ó.
in a second here as our players are on the stage ready to go.
É
Losers
agora.
finals here at EVO. Some button checkings, character locking. Is it Cammy or Mai against Kakadu, who we know is going to be playing the JP?
Eu tô que não aguento
Not
mais.
too much intel on that just yet, but
Rapaz do
one thing's
céu.
for sure, Kakadu, he has had this face since I saw him in Las Vegas. I shook his hand, slight smile, right back to business.
Yeah, this guy's serious. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts for him. He's trying to throw hands immediately and get back into this. I think whether it's going to be to his benefit or detriment.
Taking a little bit of a sneak peek. There it is.
As
The
4
Mai
acho que
does
não, mas
come
vai
out
mais uns 20,
against
30
JP.
minutos
A little
aí.
bit of a spoiler alert. You might have heard it. Oh, come on!
Trouxe Mai.
Man, it's their problem.
Vai colocar a Mai pra jogar contra o Kakeru?
Here it is. One thing about this matchup, of course, Mai with a very fast drive rush, a lot faster than Cammy, so she can get through the ghost and the zoning a lot easier. Huge normals, what a whiff. Kakadu, I'm sure that wasn't intentional, as the amnesia whiff puts him in the corner early in this set.
Finding a way to pass. Some of the offense that Mickey presented initially, sending her full screen. Yeah, the departure was still available to take that teleport out.
Anticipating the fan, no anti-air there from Kakadu either. Oh, worried about the range, you get an empty jump.
My man just swiped away the fan?
Just whoosh, got rid of it, didn't care. Ooh, another one, what's going on?
What is happening?
Yeah, that's back-to-back for Kakadu there. He's probably trying to crouch into ground normal and just getting it or something, but it's a big drop. Low drive gauge for Mickey. Very dangerous against JP here.
Ooh, that fierce? At that timing? In this economy?
I know, expensive. Level 2 available for Kakadu, which is always the win condition for JP.
Oh,
what a reaction!
That was beautifully done. Close to burnout is Mickey still.
Oh no.
Does achieve it. Level 2. How's your defense? Excellent choice!
Yeah, and the buffer though, he's gonna be chipped, and yeah, there's not a lot of escapes options for Mickey. It's gonna be Meaty Ghost, EX Spike, another one afterwards. No room to wiggle. Counter hit. Wow, the walk-up jab from Kakadu too. Another portal right at the end.
Ooh. The back throw, set up the portal. No, it's gonna be the spike first. Double spike, really forcing Mickey to stand still for just a little bit low. Medium kick, tap it on the shins, a couple of times over.
Yeah, it's a good option, those spikes, in case he drive rushes on wake up and try to get by your portal. What a whiff.
Sim,
Okay, this is what
Matheusão
Kakadu
pegou a
looks
Mai,
like.
cara.
If you saw him in the meta set, you probably, thought this guy just gets beat up. But this is kind of the control I expect from him. Level 2 here, crouching jab to keep it a true string into the crouching medium kick, and this is just burnout pending any kind of hit, and it doesn't even need to be burnout if he can get the kill here. Stand heavy, EX goes spike, spin.
There's so much to talk about on top of that control. His timing against any of his opponents have been so on point, right? There's definitely been a lot of talks in regards to like how or at least how a lot of the pros are like, yeah, I want to make sure that I study the person I'm up against just to see what their button timing is like, right? To kind of formulate my game plan around that if I get these specific scenarios. Kakadu, you saw a couple of delays going into the crouching medium punch, and also a very, very good poke to do that. So the control plus all of that is so intimidating.
As he's back to the Cammy here.
And the skip? Come on, man.
Yeah, we're not speedrunners. We do not like skips in this audience.
É, pegou a
See the
Cammy.
early throw here. Amnesia right away. Does not like the tail end of that. It's a DP from Mickey. A lot of drive gauge off both of them early. He just has the air threat in this matchup now. That's the difference. Lower ground speed, but you have the access to a pretty dangerous air approach. Wow, what a perfect parry though.
And the drive rush, an appropriate punish.
Yeah, not having the fast drive rush from Mai could be a factor, but instead Mickey looks way more comfortable in this case.
Ooh. Damn! An explosive rebuttal here in game 2 with a perfect to start. Hey, Cammy, pretty damn good.
Yeah, this is clearly the comfort pick, I think, for him. Whiff and no whiff punishes. Kakadu's been good at that so far.
You saw the attempt at possibly trying to breeze by the ghost. You saw that drive rush earlier.
Nice block. Wow.
Damn! Even better hooligan axe kick.
He used a lot of hooligan, actually. But wow, crossbow DP too. It does get him out of the corner, though.
Oh, saw the counter hit. Low medium kick. Mickey in hot pursuit. There's the throw.
Com certeza. Marcou história,
with
né?
the bait on the dive kick. Kakadu tried to get him upon recovery, but just a little bit far off the mark. Mickey 2 rounds straight. That was mad quick.
Yeah, that was a lot tougher for Kakadu there. I think the air approach so threatening, and then also Mickey just walking in and finding these buttons on the ground as well. He's not been whip punished with the same success he had against Mai. Mai's such a popular character, I'm sure Kakadu is more prepped.
Makes a lot more sense. Oh, driver forward. Mickey trying to probe just a little bit, right? You see some of these crouching medium punches.
Look at how much space Mickey's got, by the way. That's a punish. Oh, he doesn't get the punish counter confirmed. But Mickey is cornering Kakadu without hitting him. He's just pushing him to the corner with his walk speed and his threat on the screen.
Oh, wow. Tried to bait out a throw, perhaps, or maybe even a low-end button.
Yeah, trying to catch him biting. Wow.
Oh, no!
Neutral jump from Kakadu is excellent there. I love the empty jump. Just that bait is so clean. And now portal above, you got to deal with that. New portal's out. Tries to make it in, and he's too prepared. Lots of drive gauge and meter to work with here. Pierce.
Damn, that was right on the money.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Didn't even need to spend any super on that, so big win for Kakadu as he has level 2 here, which is a threat to your drive gauge.
Damn!
Tons of damage too. Look at this. Corner push on this, forward heavy kick, spike, portal. Lots of options to deal with, and look at the jump back.
Yeah, he just wants to maintain that control with Mickey. So, coming in with that dive kick now with a forward throw. Drive rush on in, back medium punch, followed by a plethora of different buttons. Kakeru has not found a way out just yet. Punish counter, he do get the throw, drive rush on in there. Real menacing too, as Cammy is now in burnout. Mickey, how do you fight out of the corner oh, there's no shot. There's absolutely no shot. Kakeru, he was just waiting for you. Drive impact, level 3, that's all he wrote. Game 2.
Kakeru, 2-1 lead in the set, just like that. So much control in mid-range too, and you know, Mickey kind of ran over him before, but the minute it slowed down again, Kakeru just too comfortable. I think at the pace of the match, if you can't wrestle it away from him, he's too tough to beat.
What are you supposed to do as Mickey, right? You've already tried so many different spaces to try to intimidate Kakeru. Now a lot more active with the buttons. You see it from the side of Kakeru.
I like the drive rush too. Clearly Kakeru thinking about the air and whip punishes, so Mickey trying a new approach with the drive rush.
Already cycling through so many options. Roundhouse coming back and forth now from the side of Mickey. That is an excellent punish against the Ghost.
Perfect parry and the drive rush immediately. Good catch as well. Counter hit. EV ender.
Crouching heavy punch. Cross cuts. Making Kakeru pay the toll. Nullifying the hooligan. Oh, we got the dive kick. And also the big throw bait. Let me see the rest of it.
Level 1. That's the kill. Mickey, excellent stuff there to recognize the situation and know that he can get the kill with that optimized combo route.
Bring the fight right back to him.
Yeah, Kakeru, when he gets in trouble, that's where you can make it count, right? You make it scrambly, you make it weird. You don't want him to just sit there and play the game kind of grounded and controlled.
Sure.
So I like that Mickey's trying to scramble with late dive kicks, weirder looks, try to make him uncomfortable.
Ooh, and he was ready for that. How often do you see that roundhouse get whiff punished?
Yeah, with a heavy too as well. Slow button. And now, oh, I love that. Try to put the brakes on the drive rush. Catch Mickey checking.
Talking about that control being shown off by Kakeru yet again. That was so tricky to the standing medium kick. It's gonna tantalize Mickey a little bit, but now he's in control yet again. Match point here in Losers Final. And with a perfect.
Can Kakeru get his shot at revenge against Mena after that dominant winner side performance? Can he end the dream here?
Uh-oh.
Mickey with the approach, portals off screen, no longer a threat.
Sitting back and waiting a little bit. Neutral jump medium, trying to test the waters with low medium kick as well. Ooh.
Nice buffer too, he's ready with the medium kick, intercept, portal above. Walks in for the throw, knowing the parry is coming.
Smart.
He's gonna burn him out here, this is a bad spot. He's gotta try to parry, doesn't go for it, instead he gets hit. Portal's up for the extension here, burns. Should be the kill. He's got level 1 at the end of this for Kakeru. No, he doesn't go for it, but chip is a factor too. How do you get out of this if you're Mickey? And the answer is you can't, as Kakeru ends the run of our incredible young player here. Las Vegas, can everybody here make some noise for Mickey with the 3rd place finish here at Evolution?
The dream's definitely not over yet for Mickey. I'll tell you what, there's so much potential to go in the rest of the CPT. Mickey with an explosive debut here at Evolution. The crowd on their feet for this young man, absolutely well deserved.
É, gente, Kakeru na final, hein?
Mickey fan, you will be seeing him at Capcom Cup. He's also qualified with this 3rd place finish. So even if it's a long flight home, he's got a pretty important event to look forward to early next year. As we get our rematch in our grand finals between these two. We're gonna get a look at the replays between them and see the control that Kakeru had here. Really just so difficult to get in on. And this is the opposite of the Mena set, where Mena had so much confidence, so much space. So we give a round of applause for Mickey coming off the stage, everybody at home.
Even in the chat, yo. Give it up for Mickey. Talking about it again, even Mena D stopped him and dapped him up. He wanted to give him a couple of words as well to get ready for his matchup, but looking at the replay at hand, you were talking about the amount of control. There was so much more confidence, so much at play from Kakeru to kind of present that puzzle towards Mickey, right?
Right. And that's the problem. That's the thing you're dealing with here, is that Kakeru, when he's in control, is so tough to deal with. He makes world-class players stumble and fall trying to make their way in, but it was the opposite.
Ai, deixa eu esticar as pernas. Já volto.
So much control, so Excellent stuff from him, of course. These replays were presented by PlayStation Tournaments. Thanks to them helping make this whole thing happen and give us a look at the matches. And now we have our grand finals, a repeat of the winners finals of our tournament, a repeat of the grand finals of EVO Japan, and we'll see if Kakadu can finally get his revenge.
Man, take a deep breath and take a look at this bracket, right? Did any of you expect it to be the way that it's laid out before you?
And that deep run from Mickey looking really impressive in this, and Mena just beating up everybody on the way here. Phenom beating Kakadu 3-0, and now being the man to beat to put, I think, you know, one of the stamps on his sort of fighting game passport here he's been looking for a long time, which is an EVO Vegas win. And I think with a win here, maybe undoubtedly the best Street Fighter player of this generation, maybe ever, you know, with the decorated trophy case he has of Capcom Cup wins and stuff, with EVO Japan wins and now an EVO win here. This would be a big one.
The pressure is on. He is going to be in the loser's side. He has to win the first to 3, at least in the very beginning, at least to get that reset going against Mena RD, but there's going to be so much adaptation involved here between that set he had in winners finals against Mena RD. However,
voltei. 2 Kemis, 1 Blanca e 1 JP. 0 Akumas, bicho. É, tá vendo? Reclama do Akuma agora.
Hence why we see him coming in from the loser side. We'll see
Boneco fraco, cara. Boneco é fraco.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you
Ah,
again,
Maker,
the
mas tem
grand finals.
recurso. Não adianta nada.
Versus Mena RD.
And finally the intro gets to rock for our final set of the evening. Everybody around the world and here in the venue, it's time
É agora,
for
finalmente.
Evolution Grand
A
Finals.
final.
Kakadu from Japan, Mena
Esperamos
by
todos
way
por este
of the
momento.
Dominican Republic, and what a block early from him.
Olha aí, cenário do Akuma.
Very big call out against Kakadu. We do get the throw. Closing the gap immediately from that Blanca ball. This is the corner pressure that we talked about in the previous time they interacted in the winners finals. Kakadu was not able to escape throw jail.
Yeah, he was really in trouble. The reads on offense from Mena were so good, and his ability to sniff out kind of the weakness on your defense and the weakness of your own offense is something that makes him a world-class player. One of his biggest strengths. Burnout here coming from Mena. He knows it, so he just drive reversals right away. Threatening the hop, and what a check.
Oh, and he actually drive rushed right into Mena's hands. A couple of lights, the conversion into, oh my God! He dug his nails right into the suit.
And when you're right, you're right. Mena just knew he had the triple lights into the level 1 just in case. The forward heavy punch afterwards. Mena, there's so much offense here, and you can just feel the pressure is on Kakadu to make something happen. And it's not working so far as Mena, again, that forward medium kick usage this whole entire tournament to beat those late reactions. And boy, oh boy, is it amnesia time or not is the question here. Doesn't go for it just yet, and now he's gonna beat up his drive gauge, threaten him, and he backs off trying to bait something there. What? The perfect parry Prince! And the wrong combo again! Oh my, he's right this time. Lots of bar on his side, he doesn't spend any.
That lightning beast draining just little by little. He's trying to put up so many projectiles. Is Kakadu to reduce that timer? Drive rush on it in there. Oh no! Oh,
and the parry! Side swap, goes for the reset, and he catches him swinging just like that. Mena's on the board.
Nossa, tá devorando.
Back-to-back
Já era, pode dar o título pro Mena.
Falling for it. Mena RD's gonna be feeling mad confident after that first game.
Gotta slow him down, that's the thing, and he's having so much trouble. The looks, look at that. The looks he gives him are so confusing. It's fake coward crouch, and then the drive rush catches the whip. There's the anti-air from Kakadu. He finds a sliver of control in this match, but he hasn't had much so far.
And it's so expensive now, too. Teleport on in there, try to catch a normal, perhaps. What just happened? He was still within range of the throw. Did he move forward, extend his hurt box?
Esse gordo,
Exactly, he drive rushed into it.
um
Now Burnout's a
absurdo.
threat.
Abandona esse banco, pelo amor de
Goes
Deus.
for the
Que
throw
vive
again. It
Deus
was
do
regular
céu.
amnesia for Kakadu, and
Menina
the
já
DI. This
era.
time he's ready. Portal out. He gets some
Sei
space,
não,
but
viu? Se
Mena has a lot of
o
drive
Mena já
gauge
era.
to chew through here. This Kakadu's got to try to survive for a bit here. The ball in. No parry. Out of burnout though.
So intense too. Mena RD is looking for any sort of projectile at this range, right? Oh, he contemplated it.
He needs one whip punish, so he can play passive, and that's what he's doing. So Kakadu takes initiative. Mena has so much drive gauge too. That's the thing. It's very, very hard to make this happen without that drive gauge going down. Trying to activate into level 2 there.
So imperative that Mena RD does get that level 2. but instead it's the back no punish counter at that.
Gonna burn him out, and now Chip. Kakadu has to avoid the chip. He's gonna try to jump or amnesia the ball, so he's just waiting. Beautiful stuff from Mena. Knows the panic is coming, and he just senses with the right choices. He tells when your fear is there, and you can just make the perfect response.
Breaking down all the defensive options against Kakadu, going for the immediate level 3
Já era.
right off the bat, leaving at least, what, 45 to 50%, but I'll tell you what, the drive gauge right now, so healthy for Kakadu, drive rushing on in there. The sharp angle, getting denied from that jump in. Minardi caught it for a little bit. I love that drive rush, getting the command hop past the body. Level 3 is intact. He's gonna punish the hell out of that amnesia. You thought I forgot? Not today. Back medium kick to catch
Caramba,
the side
bicho,
switch.
que boneco, viu?
Lightning Beast engaged. How do you stop this man while you're in burnout? Answer is, you probably can.
And there it is.
Já era.
The drive impact. Here comes the fella.
He gets a combo after
Olha
this
esse
as well.
combo.
He's got more on the table. The up ball. EX for the
Meu
kill.
Deus
Mena
do
RD
céu, mano.
marching dominantly towards an EVO
Que
championship
isso,
here
cara?
in
Ô,
Vegas.
Evandro, segura esse gordo, cara. Segura esse gordo, Evandro.
Is all he needs. And what does Kakadu do? The whip punish works out, but it feels so temporary. There it is. He's ready with the slide.
Opening with the forward
Ele
roll,
tá
that
devorando o
slide, medium
Kakeru, cara.
kick, forward medium kick at that. Getting the big opener against Kakadu. Bring him back to the corner. Drive rush on in there. Apply even more pressure. The lightning, the throws. Kakadu, no answers inside.
Tá
Trying to jump
devorando,
out.
mano.
Mena RD is
Olha lá.
beating him like a
Não vai nem deixar resetar.
at championship point. Mena RD, can he do it?
EVO Japan and EVO Vegas back-to-back championship potentially here for Mena. And Kakadu, no answers. The Capcom Cup champion just looking lost in the lights. And he just can't make a right choice here on defense. It feels like Mena just always knows. There's an amnesia that works, but nothing out of it just yet. Okay, the forward heavy kick looks good.
Not too bad, a little bit of damage. Jump back medium kick. No way. Was that a
One hit
drive
away.
rush?
One hit away indeed. Double drive rush. He has the level 3. And Mena RD cannot be
Nossa, já era.
denied 2 times
Já era.
here in Japan. And
Acabou.
now, your Evolution 2025 Street Fighter 6 champion, Mena RD. No end in
Nossa,
sight.
segunda EVO seguida, hein? Ganhou na EVO Japão, ganhou na EVO Las Vegas e agora
And that, I think, cements in many people's
falta
mind
EVO
who the
França.
answer for the greatest Street Fighter player of all time
Que
is.
isso,
Many
cara?
people would argue it's the man on the stage, Mena RD.
The eruption, the emotion, the electricity, all well deserved towards Mena RD.
And I gotta say, one of the most dominant EVO performances I have
Mena
ever
RD,
seen.
exatamente, doido.
Again, back to back, winners final.
Olha o
grand
Kakeru ali,
finals
ó.
against
Não deu
one
bosta.
of the most challenging contenders we could ever ask for in this season, in multiple seasons.
And look at
Street Fighter
Kakadu.
6.
Think about Kakudu's matches. No one could touch
Cara,
him.
isso é um
Everybody
adaptador
else
no
that
peito
Kakadu
dele,
plays,
mano.
it's like it looks like they can't play the game. And he
Certeza.
fights Mena, and this guy's just different. There's levels to this. There's a difference, right, in how people are, and that just
Aqueles
shows you how it is. You see the
adaptador, sabe,
emotion
pra
getting to Mena on
controle.
the stage. He's had a lot of big wins in his life, but I'm sure this is
Funcionar
one
em
he's been
qualquer
thinking about for a
console, essas
long
coisas.
time. As he gets his EVO Vegas trophy, cementing another on a very decorated trophy case for this guy up on the stage. And still sunk in that chair, of course, is our second place finisher, Kakadu. What an incredible performance from that guy. Capcom Cup champion. You can be the greatest player in the world 6 months ago, and a loss like this is really just so heartbreaking for a player as good as him. It really doesn't feel fair that he loses. That's just how good he is, right? It doesn't feel fair for someone that talented to not be the champion here for an event like this.
There's really a lot to take in when you talk about this specific event, right? When it comes to all the tours that are involved with a multitude of different games, being at the World Championship for EVO is just so much different. Like we talked about this with a plethora of different pro players. They're like, yeah, sure, Capcom Cup is cool, SK World
Cara, o
Championship
gordo é
is really cool,
insano.
but EVO is
Gordo é insano.
it for a lot of these players. Even for a lot of the spectators, even the commentary, we're like, dude, this is easily the most prestigious
Senhores,
in my opinion.
foi muito bom poder estar com
Giant
vocês.
minefield going through it. You never know what happens in the top 8,
Right.
but still, seeing that consistency from Mena RD easily cements him as the best.
Pra vencer o
I cannot
Blanca
think of a lot of
Killer,
EVO
verdade.
performances that look like that in almost any game, right? Like it's such a dominant
Ai,
performance from
ai.
him. And wild to think that, you know, this is
Gente,
his
uma
first EVO
ótima
Vegas
noite
victory,
pra
despite how good he's
vocês.
been at this
Bom
game. And the thing about him
descanso.
is, you know, at different events he's up and
Eu
down and stuff like that, the big
preciso
stages
ir.
he shows up, right? These
Não
EVO
aguento
stages, he's
mais.
always there as that competitor. And like watching that,
Vamos ver que hora
it's
que
hard to
é. Nem
deny.
sei
Playing a
que
character
horas
that's
são.
not that common even
13h20.
with all Blanca as
It's
well.
true.
Just like showing up and having that kind of performance, it doesn't make much sense. It's just like this guy is otherworldly and an incredible competitor. Just
Valeu,
he's
gente.
so full of fire and still,
Tamo
you know,
junto.
despite having
Obrigadão
three
mais uma
championships
vez, o
for
carinho de
so many years. The
vocês.
first one was 8 years ago, back
Prazer
in 2017,
imenso
where he
sempre
won
estar
that
perto
Capcom
de
Cup, and now
vocês. Vamos
here he is
nessa.
still winning on this stage
Falou,
and still in
valeu.
the prime of his career.
Yeah, so much to really learn from a guy like Mena RD with the caliber.